Yo.
Hey.
What up? What up? Mic check. Mic check.
You got me and the tech guy in here.
That's it.
What's
We're
happening?
doing it live.
The bourbon connoisseurs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let me find out.
I'll be getting a hold of that on Thursday.
Hey,
Oh.
buddy.
Ooh.
Getting that on Thursday. Opening up a bottle.
What kind of bourbon you drink?
Hey,
Oh,
man,
well-
that's Craig's
Yeah,
deal.
Woodford Reserve on Thursday.
Oh, Woodford Reserve. What about you? What's your beverage of choice?
Mine, I drink like some Maker or something like that. I'm a low key guy. I drink whatever somebody else like. Now when it comes to wines and stuff like that, I'm more
That's
the guy,
that's what you do. That's what you do.
Yeah,
You're a wine dude.
that's-
Oh shit.
I'm a wine dude, man.
Okay.
But also, some vodka, some tequila. I'm an all arounder. But like I'm an all arounder.
Oh, okay.
I don't specialize in anything, but I dabble in everything.
You want drink?
Yeah. I'm like Xbox. I'm mid at everything.
Oh shit! Oh man! Oh man! Yes, it tastes it. You're like it tastes good to me.
Exactly.
Oh, is that? Yeah, I'm a cognac guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I do more cognac, right? Of course, my go-to is the Hennessy, but I like the V. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm really, I tell you what, I may bypass Woodford with Spider-Man coming out and go straight to the Crown Royal.
You want that Canadian
He gonna
style?
break out a fifth. He gonna break out a fifth.
Yeah.
Oh man,
They do that, so they go pick it up Thursday afternoon.
Okay. Oh, that's what's up. Okay, so we definitely drinking this week. With Spider-Man knocking out the pipe.
hey, we gonna talk about it, man. How I did a Spaces today, just bullshitting around, poking fun and shit. But
Nice.
how acquisition deal that took 2 years out of people's lives dedicated to watching C-SPAN and different politicians and stuff. All Sony had to do was drop a GOTY and change the whole conversation around, and when you got great games, man, that'll take attention off of anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can have World War going on right now. If motherfucker drop a GOTY, our eyes gonna be on it. And that's kind of like what happened with Spider-Man right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. All right, but hey, let's do a little chit chat. Yo, Craig, what's up, my brother? What's been popping?
A whole lot, man. Just relaxing this week. I'm off on Friday, so I'm just counting down the hours. We're a little over 48.
So you're
hours.
off. So what Spider-Man launches this Friday, the 20th, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I took
so
it off on purpose. It's first
And
time
Mario
I've done
Wonder.
this.
And Mario Wonder.
Mario,
Ooh, two big titles, two titans.
Same day.
Yeah, you know, if you on the
Goty
Switch,
contenders.
on the PlayStation, you eating good.
Yeah,
You got
So
actual games that
GameStop,
deliver.
I mean, is doing a midnight release, so
Okay.
I'm not going to the midnight release. I'm too old for that. But
Okay.
I'm going that next morning. They open at 10. It's pretty nice. I'll go eat breakfast. I'm gonna eat breakfast at Arby's. Get me a little Arby's thing going. And
My man said breakfast at Arby's. Man, you better go to IHOP. Stop playing.
Well, I guess going to IHOP.
Craig said they got the meats.
Yeah, they got the pause. Oh
Right.
damn, he got the meats.
I was trying to holler at you brothers in the chat. What's
I
up?
said, what's up? Oh, snap! What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, man? What's going on,
What's
fellas?
Chillin', man. He say try hard to chat now. You gotta come up in the crib. You can't be outside yelling. The music's too loud.
All right.
The music's
I
too
didn't want to just
loud.
barge in there like I didn't want to barge in there like the police. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, like, oh shit, just bring the Courvoisier. You just gotta make sure you have the Courvoisier with you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that.
Oh, shit, what's up, my brother? How's everything? Yo,
Everything's fantastic.
shout out to Stuart Stokes with the super chat. He said for $5, he said, "Damn, we went from Starfield being game of the generation to now pre-damage controlling that it doesn't matter if it's a game of the year contender."
Exactly.
Bounce down bad.
Starfield's not a bad game. I've played. It's not bad, but it's
not
not
bad.
bad.
It's just mid. It's just
It's
mid.
okay.
It's mid. It's really
Yo,
just mid. It's just mid.
that they didn't come to the realization. It's okay. It doesn't get a game of the year knob. It's good. It's fine.
J-Dub, Masai, what is going on with you brothers?
I don't know. See, I
Doing
still
good, man. Can't
think that
complain.
I still think that people are forgetting about Hogwarts, which was the talk the first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So
Yes.
and so I think that could be your game of the year. Although
No, I think Baldur's Gate.
You got Baldur's Gate. I think it's going to be Baldur's Gate. Then you
I
got
think it's
Tears
gonna
of
be
the
Baldur's
Kingdom.
Gate. Yeah, that's between them two. But I think Baldur's Gate's gonna get it.
Yeah.
If I were to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that game's getting a lot of praise.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. That's the safe bet to keep people from arguing and fighting and going crazy for Jeff Keighley. But right now the conversation is if Starfield even in a nomination.
That's a good
That's a
topic.
good
You know,
point.
we didn't even get a
Really
nine.
not.
Listen,
Really
so
not.
we talked about this. I talked about this with Hard A and the crew on AGS on Sunday.
Yeah.
If the Game Awards show only has 6 nominations, there's no way. Well, like, where do you fit it in? Like, you got Diablo, which was 90 plus rated, right? Spider-Man now it's people were rumored to Spider-Man. Now it's certified, so you got Spider-Man, right? You got Baldur's Gate 3. You got Tears of the Kingdom. You know they're gonna want to throw in an indie, so Sea of Stars is up in there. But even
good.
you know what I'm saying? What else is out there? Dead Space, Resident Evil, Jedi,
Final Fantasy.
even Final Fantasy 16 got higher.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and Super Mario Wonder's not out yet. Alan Wake 2's not out yet.
Oh, I forgot about Super Mario. That's right.
Alan
Oh,
Wake
man.
looking good.
Where do you
do?
And Alan, so where do you fit this 83 game at? And so I said if they really want to feel sorry for the Xbox fanboys, because you know Jeff Keighley's gonna get assaulted. If he's like, man, I don't want my timeline to truly be plagued, right? Now keep in mind, he can't decide what game goes on and off because he's not a voting member. He has no say in that, right?
Yeah,
But he could say, hey, we're gonna allow for 9 nominations.
They could expand it.
Which opens the door for more space. So I said to Hard 8 that, hey, if we get more than 6 nominations, they did that shit for Starfield. Yeah. If they lock it down at 6, it ain't gonna happen. If there's any chance, what's up?
Here's the thing: you got games like Sea of Stars that got really high Metacritic, and those should take place over a damn low rated 83. I'm just saying, don't bump another game out of place just to give Microsoft an honorable mention. That's
I want to add something to something J-Dub said when he talked about great game. Just kind of like steers the conversation. When you look at the movie Ready Player One, people hated to go to Planet Doom, but why did they do that? Because it was a great game. When you have a blockbuster come out, J-Dub, and I agree with you 100%, it can completely change. It will sway the whole hurricane the other way. People like, what ABK kill? Oh, that I remember that. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is a spot.
And the people that are filing the complaint, they're the ones who get super chat money and cash apps. So they want something to talk about all the time. But ultimately, all Sony was going to have to do is people were like, I mean, again, the people who were claiming they were going in the wrong direction are now talking about run out and buy a Spider-Man console. Literally.
That's right.
So,
Literally.
you're right. But I specifically said on my podcast, this is going to happen. These guys are going to stick their fingers up, see where the outrage is coming from, and that's what they're going to placate because they want super chat money and donuts. So, and that's what they're doing. And that's exactly what we have seen. You know, I agree. Looking at the tech on Spider-Man. I saw Spider-Man being played at Best Buy, and I'm like, wow, it really does look like that. It looks like that. So if you have a high-end TV, you're going to have a lot of options to run on.
It's the simple fact that people want to feel good about their purchase. When they say stuff like this can be done on the PS5, this can't be done nowhere, people like to hear stuff like that because it makes them feel good about their investment. And that's exactly what people want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but again, that to me makes no sense because you don't have to justify what you buy except to yourself. So
you don't, but when you have a wife and a few kids, you want to feel good about your investment to a certain extent, especially the simple fact that games are going to be games. You want to see that jump. These consoles are getting pretty expensive, and the way as hard as this thing was getting on high demand. Yeah, I kind of do want to hear that. I kind of want to hear that this thing is capable of doing certain things that the old console can't do. I mean, pressing F5 every 30 seconds wasn't fun. So we're trying to get this.
But it's everything Mark Cerny said in his lead up to what road to PS5, the PlayStation is doomed. They weren't going to do it out the gate. Now I have said before, Porter Rock has even said this. The fact that they didn't have like Dolby Atmos ready at launch and 1440p support at launch, that's a legitimate observational criticism, because Microsoft was ready with that. But everything else that we're seeing. I mean, you saw it with Ratchet and Clank. Okay, you saw a ton of new technology in Ratchet and Clank, and that technology has gotten better. And we're going to see it in Spider-Man too. So with Insomniac,
it just seems like Sony was more. How would you say? Damn, what's the best word I can say? More deliberate, more deliberate with how they wanted their console to be. You know, Instead, it's as if they didn't want it to just be marketing terms or just words. That they were very careful and very deliberate on how they designed the PS5 and what technologies and what it'll be able to do. So they didn't really care about how it looked on paper, right? To them, the paper specs didn't matter. It was, what can we do to get the real world results that we're going to advertise to the gamers? And they actually did that. Microsoft got the paper specs. They got the paper war. They got the, look at these high numbers and buy our product. But then when you actually put it out on the track, when you actually want it to perform, it's just failing across the board. In fact, in my opinion, it's failing across the board. It's nowhere near even remotely what people hyped it up to be. It's not even close.
And we haven't seen a game that really utilizes it either.
It's so far off the mark. It's unbelievably bad how far off the mark the item is. But
the bigger thing, Porter Rock, is everything not only that was promised, but the fan base and the executives talked about, wait for the tools. Wait for the tools. The tools.
So they even stopped. The tools never came. They just stopped talking about it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Tools never came. No one said the tools are here. We finally got everything worked. Nobody said we finally got things worked out. Start seeing for incredible games. That has not happened. They just stopped. They completely stopped. They just they're hoping people forget.
I don't think it's because people didn't know what to expect. They were talking about FSR. I'm like, yeah, guys, all that means is that they're going to take stuff at lower resolution and output it at a higher resolution. So something that's 1080p will output at 1440p, but you'll get more options. You saw that with Forspoken. Yeah. That's what Forspoken did.
Okay, Craig, I'm glad you said that, because I got a question for everybody, because it seems like every time Sony has a game that comes out, and they use the resolution scaling, whether it's FSR or whether it's checkerboard or whatever.
Yeah.
The Xbox fan base and others claim, this game is 1080p or it's low resolution or whatever, even though the output is 4K.
Yeah.
They ding Sony games and their third-party and first-party games for doing the same thing that PC does and that Xbox does. But when their games are like that, they make no qualms about it. There's no issues or nothing. And I'm like, wait, even if you have a high-end PC, even if you have a 4090, you're going to use DLSS 3 upscaling and all kind of stuff, right? You're going to use that.
To get the most amount of frames.
Yeah.
To get the most amount of frames,
So, if a high-end PC gets to scale and nobody make any remarks about the resolution being low and, and stuff like that, why is it motherfuckers only make issues when PlayStation games do that? Because I seen Digifoundry did a thing, and they said in one of the modes that did like the 120 frames or whatever, some of the resolution went down to 1008p or something like that, even though it's upscaled back up to whatever.
Yeah, said it's very.
But they focus on that 1008p, resolution prior to upscaling. They focus on that instead of focus on the fact that the frame rates are extremely stable and high, and you have all the other modes and the game look fucking perfect. I don't understand why only PlayStation 5 is dinged for doing the stuff that high-end PCs do and everybody else.
What gets me is that, and this goes back to what Porter Rock said, I like those options. I have the option to do quality at 120 hertz. I can get the 40 frames, but I can still get the great graphics. Listen, I'd rather have it than not need it than to need it and not have it. I love options like that.
That's what makes a game next generation. It's to have the performance features. Starfield had none of that. No instant loading. It didn't use the power of the SSD. It didn't have the native 4K. It didn't have literally nothing. But they claim that this game was the game of the generation, but all of Sony games offer the performance modes and the native 4K and everything in between. So, some even VR. I mean, VR and ray tracing. I don't understand how it's bad when PlayStation does it, but when all their little fuddy-duddy games do it, it's okay. And the sad part that their games drop even lower because they discard the Series S. The Xbox will forever, to the end of time, have the worst running version of the games. That's just what it is.
All right, let's move on. Xbox is dog shit. Fine, that's it. Xbox is dog shit. All right, it's 2023. The specs ain't gonna change. It's dog shit. Right. Xbox is dog shit. You know what I'm saying? But let's go over the. Let's talk. Yeah, no, it's dog shit. Let's talk about a console that can actually do something. So, Red Gaming Tech, he's a good dude overall. So far, he's saying this is specs he heard through his channels for the potential rumored PlayStation 5 Pro. And the specs he heard is an 8-core custom Zen 2 CPU, low 4 gigahertz. You got a 30 WGP, 60 CUs. So, Craig, he wasn't able to find 52. Well, too bad, Craig. Now you got to look for 60. You got to figure out what. Now you got to look for 60. Yeah, 60 CU RDNA 3 hybrid, 2500 to 28 megahertz. You got 16 gigabits of GDR6 at 18,000 MTs. I'll be honest, I have no fucking idea what 18,000 MTs are. And no, I'm not that dude that does Google University and research it.
It's 3,000. It's 3,000 MTs more than the current system. So
what the fuck's an MT?
I don't know. But that's
exactly. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
I work in IT and I don't even know what that is.
Listen. Yeah, man, I know. I got my Net Plus certification, Sec Plus. I don't know what the fuck an MT is.
I just know it's 3,000 more than the previous one. That's all.
I don't know. All I know, I don't know what the fuck. Listen, this ain't
memory. Mega transfers per second.
This isn't. I'm telling you, this isn't the real deal PlayStation podcast. We not RDP. We don't know what the fuck we talking about here. Where D-Badge at?
Hey, Puerto Rico said
I need a D-Badge.
On this show.
Hey, you ain't getting. Oh, I'm sorry. If you want real tech shit, you in the wrong place, dog. This ain't it. All right. we Trump University. You ain't getting no real degree out of us. I don't know what the fuck 18,000. I don't know. It's a lot.
Mega transfers per second. That's what that is.
What is it?
We just know it's more than the last one.
It's Megatron. So you're at 16.
You said Megatron. He said Megatron.
No, you're getting faster memory. It's just the way it can. The memory, the way it's going to work.
What is it? Bandwidth?
Faster throughput.
Throughput?
The data can go through fast. The data can go through.
Damn, now we just guessing. Now we just throwing shit out the wall and see what sticks.
We just throwing stuff out there now.
That's what we do. Yeah, we throwing.
We need feedback.
Man, we need our own D batch. We need L batch.
Yeah.
We need Lee batch. Where's Lee batch at? We need a Lee batch on our side. And here we go. Now, this was interesting. Possibly 2 4 gigabit DDR5 RAM for the OS, and possibly 2 times the Tempest engine performance.
Yeah,
the Tempest
he doesn't have the T-flop count.
No, so part of that, they did the math. That's 26.
Yeah. So I think.
Damn. Isn't the Tempest engine part of the Tempest audio too? Because I know there's a dedicated chip to that.
Yeah, and ray tracing.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, hold on. He does mention it, I think, in a follow-on post. This one was just, let me go to his.
24, I read 24 to 26.
Let me go.
T-flops, if you do the math.
Yeah, let me go.
You got to say the CUs time the clocks.
Yeah, he did the math.
I'm doing my best interpretation of D-Batch and Coach Eastwood. So y'all Stall me out.
I saw Masai had AMD on his logo. I was like, well, he probably knows. I was like, oh,
I do, but I don't. Yeah, their T-flop count. I keep thinking it's gonna be 7.
Well, listen, we know it's more than the X Series X, and that's all the fuck we care about.
That's true. It will be.
Oh shit! Yeah. He said that's all we give a shit about. It's more than the other guy.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So anyway, the system is quite fucking powerful. If those specs hold up, and here's the thing: can you look what Sony's first party have done with the 9 to 10 T-flops PS5 have now?
Correct.
Compared to if these motherfuckers had double the T-flops or double the power or even triple the power, we know they can actually use that power and put it to use. So I think even if it's not 26 T-flops, even if let's say it's 15 T-flops, that shit gonna hum like a bird, given first party. Yeah. So and they don't have a console to hold it back like the Series S, or they ain't got a potato, so they really gonna be able to make it sing.
And what I like about their first party is that they're all using it differently. But even Mark Cerny said that. He said that each studio will use this technology differently. Insomniac uses it different than Sony. Ben uses it differently than Naughty Dog. Guerrilla's game, that Forbidden West is one of the best looking games I've ever seen. It has no ray tracing.
Absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, and it looks like that. So,
but it does things that the other games don't do.
Yeah, that engine.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. And you know, when I think back, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was
going to say, when I think back to when I was saying to myself, am I going to really get this thing? Do I really want this thing? And then now I'm like, yeah, I want it. I'm not even going to kid myself. If this thing is legit, I'm going to want it. It's just that I got to be back on the computer again with 4 screens up to get it. But yeah, this is if it's going to do what it's going to do, first party for Sony is going to actually utilize it the best. I mean, they are.
Yeah, and it's going to take them time too. It will take them time. This is what I understand. This is generational. So I look at it like that now. People want stuff like right now, and it's like, guys, you got to give them years with these kits to get it.
Well, gamers always want their stuff right now.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. They're not going to get it. So I like what Insomniac is doing, but I keep hearing what is Naughty Dog doing? Naughty Dog dropped a game. They dropped their remaster last year, and it was one of the top 15 selling games of the year, like 2 months. So that's what Naughty Dog just did. So they gave us the Nathan Drake, what is it, the Legacy of Thieves collection. Yeah, so they're fine. They're fine. You know, so I don't know why people are crying so much. And yes, the 2020 version of Last of Us Part 2 will be getting a PS5 remaster. So
but that's the beauty of Sony's when it comes to Sony Studios, that we don't mind when it comes to Naughty Dog, and then we don't mind waiting. We know when we wait, and man, 9 times out of 10 they're going to deliver. They're going to bring the heat.
Well, they have a history. They have a history of even when you wait, when they finally deliver, you know it's going to be worth it. It's going to win Game of the Year. It's going to be in contention. Versus other studios, I mean, it's a hope and a prayer, right? Those that used to win GOTYs way back in the day, now they cranking out 83 Metacritic duds, right? That's something that Sony's first party has never done. They don't have a history of doing that. They have a history of, making great games. And so as long as they continue that, I think there's really nothing to worry about. But this PS5 Pro, like I said, it's going to hum. And I think this PS5 Pro is coming out to tackle 2 markets. It's to keep a lot of the players from going to the PC, from, just switching from console to PC. It's trying to keep that crowd, keep people in the console space. As well, it's trying to remedy the longevity of this generation, because COVID, basically the first 3 years of this generation was kind of a wash because of COVID. COVID kind of messed everything up for everybody. So they're 3 years behind. So bringing out a pro console will allow them to stretch this thing on out without having a lot of, we got Unreal Engine 5 out. That's just demanding on the consoles and stuff like that. You're going to need more
game. In their games, not that interrupt you, J-Dub, the games that are using Unreal 5 are starting next year.
Yeah.
I think Quantum Era is the beginning of that. Yeah, they're using
Quantum Era,
and then we're going to start seeing it into next year. I agree, and that that's the first engine we saw running on the PS5. So
and that's right on the corner, ain't it? That's a couple weeks away.
Quantum Error.
That comes out in a few weeks.
Yeah. So
fake news.
But I like the shaders here.
Oh, hey, there's a super chat. Stuart Stokes. Hey, J-Dub. He wants to know, did Rich ever pay J-Dub or he's still pulling a D badge? What's going on with that? What happened? Man, was there a bet?
My brother Rich, man, he's over there on Next Gen show.
Oh, no.
He bets everybody every single day, all the time, everything.
I'll be listening to it.
On what?
He bet me that Spider-Man wouldn't go on a rate higher than Starfield.
Oh shit!
$100.
Oh shit! Let me know. I'll start my I'll start my campaign. I'll get him to pay you $100. I'll start my campaign.
It may take 2 years, but Puerto Rico gonna get somebody to pay him.
I'm a guy. You know, I'll get that money. You just send me the clips. Send me the evidence. Believe me, we'll make sure he pays.
Here's the crazy thing about it. He bet Next Gen recently. He lost the Next Gen. He paid him, but he lost the bet to me, and he ain't trying. I told him. I said, "Oh, you gonna pay Boss Man Cuddy, but you ain't gonna pay me. What's up with that, man?"
No, we gonna get that. Don't worry. We're gonna get that.
Thunder.
Don't worry.
Tell him that you don't.
Don't worry. I'll start the campaign. No, say I got you. I got you, bro. Listen, I told you, bro. This channel was built for one thing. It's for when negotiations on the table is over. That's when I come in. Got you, bro. I got you. Negotiations is over. He don't want to pay you money? All right. Negotiations is over. It's time. Break glass. Put me in, coach. I got this. Oh, I'll get him to pay. Oh, we're going to get this. He going to get this work. He going to get this work. All right. I got you right there. Now, let me oh shit. Let me ask you this, gentlemen, right? So now we seen how the PS4 Pro, right? What lessons learned you think? Let me ask you this. Because J-Dub, you had the Pro, right? The PS4 Pro, right? Craig, did you have the Pro? You had one, you had it 2 Extreme?
Yeah.
How about you, Craig? You had the Pro too?
Me?
Craig. Okay, so Craig had the Pro. How about you? You had the Pro too? So I'm the only dude that was like, I'm the only one that's like, fuck this bullshit. All right, so you four, based on what they did with the Pro, think of all the things on the Pro, compare it to the PS4 and stuff like that. What lessons learned? We'll start with Extreme, right? Extreme just got on a show. Mm-hmm. What lessons learned do you think Sony should take from the PS4 Pro and apply it to the PS5 Pro to make it a bit more successful? Like anything. It could be like make it more powerful, even if it costs more, whatever. Right? Because the Pro, while it was out there, it didn't really convince a lot of people to jump on it. Even though it was clearly better, but it wasn't like that clearly better, if you know what I mean. Like, what are so many things you saw with the PS4 Pro that you're like, you know what? This is what you really need to do for the PS5 Pro. So start with Extreme. What do you think?
Listen, the lesson that they need to learn from a PlayStation 4 Pro is don't release a PlayStation 5 Pro. Because you put yourself in a weird situation. Listen, if you go ahead and you make it powerful enough that it is compelling on its own, like people are like, okay, there is such a noticeable difference that now I do feel compelled to upgrade, then what you do is that you take away from the PlayStation 6. Because you can't have something that is nearly twice as powerful as the PlayStation 5 come out, let's say 3 to 4 years later, and then make it twice as powerful again for the PlayStation 6, because then your PlayStation 5 Pro will be so powerful that people will look at your PlayStation 6 and be like, oh, it's 10% more? Why would I upgrade to that? So I always think that when you look at the landscape, you have a closed ecosystem, it's a closed box. I don't see like this doubling in performance in 5 years and then doubling again in another 5 years. So much so that you're going to have a person walk, sort of like smartly from a PlayStation 5 to a PlayStation 5 Pro to a PlayStation 6 to a PlayStation 6 Pro. Like that just doesn't compute to me. And again, the PlayStation 4 Pro was released to address the fact that 4K TVs precipitously dropped in price and massively gained in adoption. So there was this other thing there that was compelling, that you were like, okay, now I've upgraded my TV, but yet this PlayStation 4 is kind of like looking like shit. Now, people are not going to have the same thing with 8K, right? Like, we're not getting onto 8K TVs. 4K TVs are pretty much stabilized. And now there's this battle of technologies. There's micro LED, there's mini LEDs, there's OLEDs. And that's where the technology market for TV is going. No one is increasing resolution. They're just delivering you the same resolution using different technologies, to kind of give you a different experience.
Yeah.
So I just don't see what's going to be so competitive, because then the alternative is that you make it like PlayStation 4 Pro, right? Like, you just give it 10 or 20% more than now, which is just compelling enough for people like J-Dub and the enthusiasts, but isn't actually so compelling that a person should go out of the way, where you can just be to a random everyday person like, yes, upgrade your PlayStation 5. So those are the two paths that you have.
Okay. So which path you think Sony should take? Let's say if the decision's done, they're releasing the PS5 Pro. Which path you think they should take?
If they said,
moderate,
release it,
moderate,
then they need to undercut the PlayStation 6. Like, at the end of the day, you need to release what's good for your customers today, not necessarily what's good for your customers 10 years from now. So if a person is going to put down, and I think they will need to break the $600 barrier. So whatever the price is, let's say they go 700, then make it so powerful that when people get to the PlayStation 6, they might say, that this is, let's say, 5% more powerful than PlayStation 5 Pro, but now it's only costing you $500, and we took away the $200 extra that you were paying for the last generation stuff.
Now, what if they offset that? What if Sony decides to pretty much take the Nintendo approach and just, instead of trying to align their generations with the competitor or like with the industry, let's say, like, for example, they released the Pro, right, in 2024, but now their next console is not coming out till 2030.
Then I think you are taking away the big disadvantage that I was talking about, where you didn't have enough time to make another more powerful product. So
no, 6 years. You're talking about 6 years. That's like almost a whole.
6 years in a closed ecosystem is not the same as 6 years in PC. Because if you look at PC, the 40 series was released like 3 years ago. Normally they would have had the 50 series by now. But the thing is, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, but like a console gen is usually like 7. Well, not usually. Now it's becoming 7 years, right? Or like the PS4 to PS5 jump was 7 years. So that's and you saw the big jump we got, right? So let's say they release the Pro in 2024, which is next year, and now they release the next PlayStation 6 2030, 2031. That's like a 6 to 7 year jump, right? And usually technology, and right now technology, the power technology, they're producing more powerful technology faster. If my sentence structure is correct.
And I would say this. While I would agree with you on that because of the simple fact that you are taking away from the power of PlayStation 6, my only caveat to that would be is I'm kind of in a fearful state of, are these consoles going to be able to hold Unreal Engine 5? Are these consoles be able to hold this type of graphical power than what we have? I'm not saying that they won't, but as far as performance-wise, because with Unreal Engine 5 games coming out next year, and the other thing is with PlayStation 6, most developers have said they don't like working with new hardware. So if we have a mid-gen refresh, it may last longer. So I think with me is that, one, it can't sound like a jet engine. I mean, we definitely want to say that. But at the same time, with technology growing so fast and actually advancing so quickly, we don't know what these consoles are going to be able to do in the next 4 or 5 years as far as the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X at the same time, or PlayStation 5 in general. So that will be my only caveat to that is I have a fear of, are these consoles going to be struggling where we have to get that mid-gen refresh at that moment?
But the Pro doesn't solve that. It might solve it for you who gets it, but it doesn't solve it for the base. So the thing is, Unreal Engine has to be optimized better. Like at the end of the day, it goes back to sort of like you would have 80% plus of the consoles being sold as the base model. So the existence of the Pro might alleviate those issues for those people who want
for the 20%
performance. Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't solve the issue. So Unreal Engine games still have to work well.
Developers gonna still have to figure out a way to make Unreal Engine 5 game run properly on the base, because I would imagine the base is still gonna go for the base PS5 to me. So I'll let you two go. How do you feel? What do you think your direction should be?
If you're asking me, I'll be honest. I think we're gonna get this PS5 Pro next year.
Yeah, okay.
I think the original PS5 PS4 Pro, I think that, like M said, it was to target the 4K market. It was also to target the VR market. Um, they had a VR headset that needed a little bit more power to push it and stuff like that. Well, luckily the PS5 is handling VR very smoothly this time. I think they're going to use some technologies in the PS5 Pro to help extend that. I do think this generation is going to be extended by an additional 3 years. So, like you said, Puerto Rock, 2030 before we even thinking about a PS6. And now, hear me out. Let's face it, this console market that Sony is in, Nintendo is in the handheld market. They're in their own lane. Sony is in their own lane, and Microsoft is trying to find a lane. They don't know where they're at, right? They're a nomad. So I think Sony gets to dictate what it is they want to do. And if they want to extend this generation, there is no rush for them to pull out a PS6. Things have changed. There's no more. I mean, back in the day, we used to have every 4 years was a different generation. Then it went to every 5 years, and then the PS2, that thing just sold for 9 straight years. Like that motherfucker just kept selling, right? Even after the PS3 was out, it just kept selling. So that extended that even longer. And because of other market situations and stuff like that, the previous generations had to kind of extend a little bit longer. I think COVID extended this generation by 3 years, where it would normally be a 6-7 year cycle. I can see this running up to the 10-year cycle. Now, some people may say the Unreal Engine 5. Let's face it, Unreal Engine 5 is not it's not the industry standard right now. Unreal Engine 4 is still being utilized for a lot of these games until developers feel comfortable where UE5 is a mainstay and they're able to get the performance, because at the end of the day, it's up to them to get the performance out of these consoles. They just can't use an engine and say, okay, this shit's running like dog shit, we're just going to throw it out there. No, they have to choose an engine that will help them to be able to use the tools to do what it is that they need to do. Eventually, Epic is going to refine the engine and make it where you can squeeze more performance out of it and stuff like that. The engine literally just got out of beta like a half a year ago, so it's still very early. So I wouldn't base these consoles off of Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine is not the only engine out there, right? Everybody has their own proprietary engine and all kind of other engines that they use. So I wouldn't just throw a PS4 Pro just to try to fight a fucking engine, right? That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, but with the PS5, the PS5, what do you think they should do with it, and really to make it an attractive offer?
I think
for example, what do you think held back the PS4 Pro from really being adopted? Because it wasn't expensive; it was only $400.
Well, I think what held back the PS4 Pro is the backwards compatibility of the games. They needed to make sure it was in line with the current system, as far as I could tell. Now, Mark Cerny talked about this. He designed the PS5, and assuming he's designed the PS5 Pro to take advantage of this, he made the PS5 Pro to be able to run in multiple modes. So when you're playing older games, the clocks will align. That alleviates a lot of stutters, a lot of speed ups and stuff like that. He talked about this in depth. So I'm just taking him at his word as how he solved that issue with that. Assuming, right, the architecture is not really changing much with the PS5, but the speeds, the throughput, and the GPU is changing. So I think he's going to use the same technology. I just again, unless he's trying to tackle 8K, unless he's trying to tackle VR, I think his main focus is just to keep people on his ecosystem from going over to the PC.
Yeah, but so the only reason why I have trouble with that, if Sony's concerned about PlayStation gamers leaving PlayStation to go to PC, they wouldn't be putting their games on PC, because that's the number one thing. The thought of I can eventually play PlayStation games on PC, and no matter what console you release, unless I don't think a pro is gonna stop a console gamer who wants more power, and the decision between PC and a new Pro is a consider. I don't think that's a thing no more, because the reality is, I'm gonna explain to you why. Let's say you have a PS5 Pro, right? And now you're at the stage be like, right, I want more power, right? So now Sony releases a PS5 Pro, and you're thinking I could come out with a PC. But here's the thing: if you buy a PS5 Pro, you're stuck again because you can't upgrade the Pro. If you go the PC route, you will always now have the capability to upgrade the memory, the CPU. You don't have to wait 4 or 5 years for Sony to decide for you when you want to upgrade, right? So I don't think I think the Pro is I think Sony's targeting the Pro for the enthusiast high-end gamer who's a console gamer. They don't care about PC, but if you tell them, hey, we can give you a more powerful console, you got this group that is willing to be like, yep, I'm there day one. Keep giving me powerful consoles, I'll keep buying it, right? The thing I was trying to allude at is, was the PS5 Pro, like when anybody looked at it, right? Did people look at the PS5 Pro and they'd be like, oh yeah, that's one powerful ass console? I just wasn't really impressed with the Pro. And I saw it, I played it. That's the reason why I didn't get it. It wasn't. I was like, oh, it looks good. It looks great.
We didn't see a minute jump with that, did we?
I know. I didn't like. I saw clarity. I saw 4K clarity. I saw the difference. But the difference wasn't something that I'm willing to spend another $400 on.
Right. You know what it was like? You know what it was like? It was like seeing the two TVs side by side at the store. One is $500 more than the other, and side by side you can tell, like, even if you get them to take it off the store settings, like you get them to put like real life settings that you're gonna use, you can tell the difference side by side. But then you ask yourself, at the end of the day, if I take this one home, am I gonna be happy with what I got, or am I gonna be thinking, man, I should have got the other one? And the truth is, for the PlayStation 4 Pro, I didn't pay for mine because I actually won it in the contest, so I got lucky there.
Ooh, look at you.
Hey, thank you, man.
Very nice.
So, so when I put the game and I did the swap over, to the console, I was like, you know what? This is nice. But never once would I have been like, oh, why didn't I pay for this ahead of time? Like, never once would I have paid for it.
You just got it. Yeah. You just enjoyed it because you got it, but it wouldn't have been something that you would have went out and bought. Like, I need this.
And I wouldn't even recommend people to, if a person was like, oh, I've got the PS4 at $250 and the PS4 Pro at $400, I would say, hey, listen, it's not that big a jump. You may as well just get the one that's better. But honestly, don't stress about it. Like, if you decide to just save the $150 or to spend that on games or extra accessories,
you would have been fine.
Like,
you would have been fine.
Just as good a decision. Like, it's just fine. And just one last thing, I really do not think that Sony is concerned about PC. Listen. The iPhone doesn't release the iPhone 15 Pro because they want you to not look at Samsung. They release it because you're an enthusiast of their market, and so they know that they can sell you a more expensive product, and so they cater to you because they can and they want your money. That's it. So the PlayStation 5 Pro will never be aligned with stopping a person from going to PC because honestly, I don't even think that PlayStation really competes with PC. I really don't. Yeah. I think that there are people that are PC exclusive, that people that are console exclusive, that people that would dabble back and forth between both worlds. But I really do not think it is Sony's job to somehow convince a person to either become a PlayStation gamer.
You're starting to see a population of people that has PS5s and PCs, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, it's always been like that.
But it's because of the games.
I don't think that the PlayStation 5 Pro is gonna be like like a person's like looking at some other girl, and the PlayStation 5 Pro is like the same person but like in a sexier dress. Like, no, keep looking at me, and it's like, no. It's just like, if you believe in the PlayStation and you like what it gives you, here is something that can give you slightly more for your time. That's it.
True Virgil, sexual deviant. He says, tell M, he's talking to you, Extreme, Chocolate Thunder has more inches than PS5 has T-flops.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he was going to go with the Venom joke. I thought he was going to say it has more inches than Venom.
Oh shit.
That would have been better.
This is crazy, bro. This chat is sexual deviance. We got Fred Vance with the super chat. It says, do we need a pro model when games are now reaching the true next gen visual fidelity like Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, and other games yet to release? I don't think it's a question about need. I think Sony probably sees a market of high end, because I mentioned when I retweeted, let's go back to my post. Let's go back. Where was my post at? Let's look at some of the.
Let me say something real fast about the Pro, which is I just think Sony will keep doing what they're doing. They're releasing a Slim this year. Mm-hmm. CES, it's hard to believe. CES is like 4 months away. So you might see some type of announcement of something newer at CES.
I don't think they didn't announce the Pro at CES. They announced that shit like almost a couple of months before launch. They kept it on the wraps for a little bit.
So we'll see what Sony even does with, because Jim Ryan was at CES last year announcing PS5 Pro or PS5 VR.
Right.
That they talked about that. So
yeah,
we'll
J-Dub says I'll be there, right? Man, I always attract a lot of haters. Some by Gamer Blood, Kenji says if they're gonna make a pro console, they might as well go hard. No need for a minimal upgrade. Donnell's like be there day one.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you look at what it can do, that's based on those specs that Red Gaming Tech put out, or Red Tech Gaming. I'm sorry. That's going to support 8K. That's going about as hard as you can go right now.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what the price is. If it's real, here is my money, Sony. Let's go. Honestly, these console makers should make an enthusiast console where it's $600 to $800 and it just hits hard for console. I kind of agree with that.
I agree.
I kind of agree with that. I think don't half-ass it. And I'm not hesitating for a second. Laugh out loud. PS5 Pro about to be fire. Like we don't even have the specs. They just want it.
Yeah, I know. They want those.
But the thing is, it enters another paradox, isn't it? Because if you make the PlayStation 5 Pro $800, let's say you just go crazy, make it twice the base model. Yeah. Now you will have to at least match that power, but back up $400 for the next generation. Like, for me, I'm just like, would that be possible?
Think about it this way. If they sell it for $800, chances are, like I would imagine. See, the reason why I think it's going to be more than 500, why I'm guessing 6, is because I think they're going to do something with this particular product that they didn't do with the others, and that's they are not going to sell this console at a loss from launch. This console will be profitable.
They have a disc drive. I think it's all digital.
I mean, that could be worse, but I think day one profitable. There will be no revenue loss. They're not going to play that with the Pro. It will be profitable. So that's why when people say,
why do people think that there won't be a disc drive?
I don't know.
I think it'll be detachable.
Yeah,
I mean, of course.
Oh yeah, the detachable. Yeah, but it's gonna have yeah. In fact, I wouldn't doubt if the PS5 Pro uses the same disc drive as what's already available.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
that will already make sense. So I think the Pro will just launch as digital only, whatever. But if you want a disc drive, then just buy it. It's already there.
That'll be fair.
And the one that's out now will just plug it right in. It'll work.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do. But the main thing is, one, they're not gonna sell it at a loss because there's no reason to. Why would they create a new console to sell at a loss? It doesn't need mass adoption. That's what the PS5 Slim now the Slim's taking over. That's what the Slim is for. That's for mass adoption, and it's already profitable. So I think right off the bat, the new Pro is being sold for profit right off the cuff. That's why I think it's already over $500 just right off the bat. But to really make it worthwhile, Sony just be like, hey, this is the enthusiast high-end console gamer. Yep. They're probably not going to make a lot of it. They're just going to make enough with the tempo. But if you want it, take it. If you don't want it, you got the PS5 Slim. That's really the main headliner for them.
Which is the default, which they have said. At least they've said publicly, at least I saw this, and maybe I misread it. And somebody can correct me if I misread it, that the Slim, the new Slims that are coming out for the holiday, they are going to be the default PS5 in 2025. Like it'll be these models we have now will be phased out. But maybe I read that wrong.
So, no, it was on the blog. It was on the PS blog.
Yeah. All right. My man, his name is just A. On his that's all you put for your Discord name? Are you trying to be quiet? You trying to hide? Hey, what do you think, brother?
Oh, he's not there.
Is that hello?
There?
Oh, he's there.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, my bad. No, I'm like, you said mention A. I was like, is A here?
No.
No, but seriously,
he's so secretive. I mean, he doesn't even admit it himself.
He doesn't even know.
No, I'm just kidding. In regards to the PS5 Pro, I mean, I'm kind of on the side of him, but I'm like, at the same time, with my enthusiast self, as far as wanting more power, I'm probably going to end up be the one getting it. But at the same time, I'm like, what is it going to have a monumental jump? I mean, according to these specs, if it's true, it sounds like it is. But at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to spend? Do I really want to go through that again? I mean, it's going to be hard as hell to get this thing. Let's just be real. I mean, when this thing comes out, I mean, you're going to have to be either a YouTuber or something of that nature to try to manage to get this thing out. And at the same time, I'm like, I'll probably wait it out, but we'll have to see. I mean, if these specs are real, I'm probably going to end up getting one at the same time to see, because it might last a little bit longer. I may not jump into the PS6, but we'll see. I mean, to me, I'm still 50-50 on it. Now, before I was 0%, I was kind of like, I don't need it. I really don't, because of what I went through with the PS4 Pro. PS4 Pro was it was a jump, but it wasn't a huge jump for me. I mean, with me being a tech enthusiast, that's something that I wanted. But I was like, I could have I gave my PS4 to my son, so it was a pat hand-me-down. But so at this time, I'm kind of like 50-50. I'm like, maybe I'll do it, maybe not.
Yeah. See, I'm getting a Pro just because I want to spread pain on the internet.
Of course you do.
That's it. That's what's really gonna bring the entertainment with that console. I'm gonna bring pain. I'm gonna be in like Club of Lang. There's just gonna be pain across the timeline. Boy, when their mid-gen refresh is just the all digital Xbox Series X, oh my God, they're gonna be so angry. Oh man. But anyway, yeah. Now, so what's up?
What do you think the price would be for this, and what do you think the price cut would be for the PS5?
Okay, so that's the thing. This is the thing. This gen is a little bit weird, right? And it's not weird in the sense that I don't understand it. I completely understand it. But Sony is not really dropping the prices. I mean, we're already in year 3. We're about to be in year 4. We're still not seeing price drops. In fact, they raised the Slim by $50, right? And it's because the console's in high demand, and that's just the law of consumer and economics. You know, when the demand is high, the price is gonna be high, right? The prices are not gonna drop until Sony sees the demand, until you hit a market where people are like, yep, I'm sorry, but PlayStation 5, yeah, that's not worth $500. And we haven't really hit that point yet. Like, this console's already over 40 million deep by now, and we still haven't hit the point where consumers are like, $500, yeah, I'm gonna wait. And then Sony could notice the trend, console sales declining, by whatever metric. And then they'd be like, all right, let's re-inject sales by dropping the price. And now we're going to hit the consumers like, oh, it's down to $400. Okay, cool. Slim is $350 or $300. Base, this model is $400. Cool. Now this console's worth my price. And then it goes back up, stuff like that. This console's been pretty much staying at the sell metric at $500. And we'll see if the Slim keeps selling like it sells at $450, there's no reason to drop the price, or at least Sony has no. It's like Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch, all 3 items that they release are still selling at the launch price when they first came out. And people are still buying it. Until that dips, the company's just not going to drop the price just because they're the good guy. It's not going to be a moral, ethical decision. Like, they don't care. They're like, hey, we're selling it for $500. Yeah, I'll buy it. Hey, we're selling it for $500. Yeah, I'll buy it. Until people start saying, yeah, you until they hit the market where people are like, yeah, I don't buy $500 consoles, then Sony will be like, okay, there's not enough $500 buyers no more. All right, let's drop it down to $400. Because of that, I think the Pro's going to be $600 at least. Because if next year the base model's still $500, the Slim is still $450, you're not going to sell the Pro for $500 or $550. That thing's going to be at least $600, maybe even over that. Especially if Sony's going to be like, we're not taking a loss on this. So right from the jump, they're making profit regardless if it's $25, $10, $50, whatever metric they set for profit, that has to factor in too. So I think it's going to be at least $600, which I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind, because that means they actually put good technology in it. I don't want to look at the PS5 Pro the way I look at the PS4 Pro, where I notice like, okay, I could see some things, but kind of like what M said, like Extreme said, I'll be fine just being with what I want. It's nothing. I'm not missing much.
Yeah, I won't jump if that's the case.
Yeah. I want to see something though. I'd be like, oh, snazzle wazzle. I want to be like, yo, this is different. I want it to almost be like, yo, is this really a Pro or is it the PlayStation 6? Like, I want that confusion. I want that confusion. Yeah. Like, yo, they're not joking. And even if I have to pay $700, I'll do it. If I could get that feeling where I look at it, I'm like, all right, this is like.
If your eyesight gets a monumental jump where you're saying, oh, damn, this blows my stuff out the water. Yeah. That's a different conversation.
Yeah. If I see it like, okay. Yes.
Just to put it as a quantifiable thing for me, let's say that they say, okay, listen, Emmanuel, you have the HDMI 3.1 screen, you've got the 120 frames, you've got the 4K, blah, blah, blah. Right now on Spider-Man 2, you can have the fidelity mode at 30 frames per second locked. Now, listen, if you have VR, that can go up to 40 frames per second. Okay, new version, PlayStation 5 Pro, that will give you 90 frames per second at fidelity mode. So I look at that and I'm like, so there's a 3 times jump in what I'm experiencing in the game. I'm buying it day one. Like, for me, that's what it needs to be. It can't just be like,
you know what's funny?
And you will see that difference.
You know, they released the Pro, be like, hey, so what's the quality and performance option? And Sony'd be like, bro, the default stance is 4K at 120 hertz. It's 120 FPS. Quality.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other option. But I don't have the TV for that. Then buy another. Like, now Sony forces you to jump to HDMI 2.1 because, like, you ain't getting anything less. and then what you I want that shit. Like,
standard. Yeah. Fidelity at 90. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be like, but I can't do that because I don't got 2.1. Well, you better buy a better TV because
you know what they'll say? There's only locked and unlocked. We don't give you performance over.
That's it.
We give you locked 120 or we give you unlocked. Do whatever you can.
Listen, if you rock at that 2.0 TCL and you plug it in, the moment you turn it on, you're gonna see smoke come out your TV, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck just happened? That place is like, nah, dog, this ain't it. We're gonna burn this puppy out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want a significant difference and stuff like that. All right, shout out to my boy Liquidator. He says, speaking for myself, like I did with PS4 to the Pro, I'll trade the PS5 in for the Pro. Yeah, I think a lot of people, and that, yeah, I would do that too. If the Pro is significant, I'll rock it, and then I'll trade in my console. And Alfonso Carter says, P-Rock, please make me a mod. My brother, I want to apologize. I didn't realize you wasn't a mod already. So that's my bad. You're a mod now. I apologize for taking this long. You should have been a mod. You should have been one of the dudes taking care of the channel. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that guys like Aaron get put in check. You know?
Just give him a 1 second time. You know what I'm saying? Just to piss him off.
All right. Let's do an interlude. So let's see. Let's get out of here. All right. So we got this. So let's go with So what's up with Mighty Keef, man? They really go. The Xbox community is going after Mighty Keef. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like. All right. So let's see what he says right here.
They were on his side.
Some racist shit.
He made us. Yeah.
What happened?
Let's see.
He did.
Okay, here we go. So look at this. So I'll read his tweet. He says, I recently made a video praising Microsoft and Xbox about the ABK acquisition. None of the comments on Twitter or YouTube are Sony fans angry at me. I make any joke on Xbox and Xbox fanboys want to hang out with me minus the out and with. So remove the word out and with. Now you know what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
That's some Jim Crow. That's some Jim Crow shit right there.
Can I answer this?
What's up?
You remember back in 2000, whenever it was, when Sony had a moment where they showed you how to pass a second-hand disc, and that was a moment that blew up. And the Xbox have always been chasing after that moment, like they're just waiting to have that moment again. Listen, what happened with the ABK deal? He didn't know this. Okay, because he wasn't hanging around our side of Twitter at the time. He didn't know this, but there was a moment where they all set the alarm clocks to wake up on the day.
Oh yeah,
the CMA will approve this message.
The court case. Yes,
exactly.
They were up early in the morning.
They were like, it's gonna drop at 2 a.m. at 3 a.m. I'm setting it. I'm taking time off of work. I'm gonna start a podcast. The spaces. They were ready to go. And then the CMA came out and denied it. And what did we do? What did I personally do? I laughed. Oh
No.
my goodness, I laughed at them. I can only apologize for having not laughed hard enough. But the point is this, okay? Finally, after 6 months later, okay, they finally get their approval. And then Mighty Keef is coming out here and now he's interacting with the community, not knowing that they are trying to chase that moment from 6 months ago when they rang the alarm bells and we all laughed at them. And now he thinks that his little video is going to be enough to heal the wounds they suffered. And the truth is, he just walked into the.
He has no idea.
Into the building.
Listen.
5 seconds from the bomb exploding, and he just walked in and got blown up. That's what happened.
Oh, let me do this. Shout out to Kevin Logan with the super chat. He says MS about to lay off half of ABK like embracing Epic. Oh, we're gonna talk about a little bit about that in one of the topics with them raising the price of ABK game. But yeah, so like I said, bro, like Mighty Keef is like John Morant from the NBA. He on Instagram waving guns and like, wait a minute, you a multi-million-dollar sports dude. What are you acting all hood for? Mm-hmm. Mighty Keef entered the projects and he had no idea how wild this shit is, right? And out of all the fan base, he antagonized the worst because they listen, they always pull the racist shit. Like, look at this one. I'll show you something. This is a screenshot of one of the comments in like the last video I did. And it says right here, this sweet baby Ray dude, whatever, he said, you Sony fanboys are so hilarious, proto trash, you must be Puerto Rican because you're as dumb as a rock.
Oh my God.
They always go to the racism.
Wow.
That's the Xbox community. And
that's normal, bro. Yo, when PlayStation Nation, we all had that discussion with me, Naughty Dog. A lot of them didn't like my take. A lot of hated my take. But none of them mentioned me being Puerto Rican. Nothing. That wasn't. They just kept it as the topic. Even the hardcore Sony fanboys, that their accounts, their accounts is literally designed. Like the dude's name is GT's 87, Forza's like 81, whatever. Right? That's his name account. So you know he's a Sony troller. He literally named his account bashing Forza. Even he didn't get racist with me.
That's sad
nothing,
when you actually say that's normal.
That's normal. This is all the time.
That's normal, and these are grown men. I'm like, man, go look in the mirror. Like that just blows my mind. That's just wow.
Yeah, bro, I would be surprised if they don't have someone saying racist shit to me. That would be a weird day. I'd be like, yo, the world's ending? Is there like an alien attack? Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna jump off here. 5:15 comes early. So
all right, brother, man. Hey, you have a good night.
All right, man. Good to see you, brother.
So you know what I'm saying? So what Mighty Keef said there, that's some crazy shit, right? So then he does another thing, right? Mm-hmm. And this is the hypocrisy. And I said this. I don't know if he read the tweet, but I told them. But this is what he said. This is one of his other comments. He said, "I will use this interaction as a constant reminder that console fanboys don't actually have their own way of thinking. They just regurgitate nonsense they heard someone else say without any research. And as you can assume, he did not admit he was wrong." So what he's talking about, if you look at the first image, a guy named K Lobby, obviously one of the concubines of Xbox, right? Mm-hmm. He quotes whatchamacallit, again, damage controlling Mighty Keef saying that, yo, this dude says some racist comments, so of course they got a damage control. Xbox can't stay on top of it, like, yo, that's some racist shit, you right, whatever. No, of course, this is the whataboutism. Dude, the problem is you only make jokes about Xbox. Where was your joke about how PS fanboys feeling about Activision deal? If it's Sony who acquired them, everyone knows you're gonna make jokes about Xbox fanboys, so stop being this fake neutral. Now here's the question part. The dude's worried about Mighty Keef being fake neutral and not addressing like, yo, that dude went too far with that racist shit. Like, he's literally talking about some lynching shit. Like, yo, that's crazy, right? Nope. He's worried about neutral. Wow. You're not a neutral. That's the topic. So Mighty Keef clapped back and says, if I show you not one, but 2 vids of me joking on Sony for the Xbox Activision deal, will you publicly admit you were wrong and that you actually had no idea what you were talking about? The guy replies, show us a video, dude, like you said. I can easily prove that how biased you are towards Sony. Prove us wrong. That's what we want as well. So once again, Mighty Keef says, I need a yes or no first. So K-Lobby says, oh yes, show me a video that you posted saying how PS fanboys reacted to Xbox buying Activision or anyone. Yes, I will accept that you are a neutral and my judgment was wrong and I apologize for that. Show us a video that you made against Sony, just like you made against Xbox. He posted 2 of them. 2 videos of PlayStation fanboys being angry, talking shit, just like he did. And then the dude K-Lobby disappeared. Never came back and said, damn, bro, my bad. You right. And then you know why? Also, that tweet, yeah, that shit's uncalled for. That's some racist bullshit right there.
1,000% uncalled for.
No, it's nothing, right? I'm like, yo, that's just how it is, bro. These dudes, listen. And this is my reply. This is what I said to Mighty Keef. I said, they don't care about you actually being neutral. They want you to be a concubine just like them. 100% absolute corporate sucking loyalty. Anything less is unacceptable. You must submit 100%. Lick the boots of Phil Spencer. Anything less than that, you are not a neutral. They will call you a Sony pony, whatever. Nothing. Nothing. It must be 100% pure concubine energy of the most purest form. Anything less, you will be chastised. Period. So you can't appease a group that things like that. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So once again, hey, I'm not surprised that they went after, they took it that far. Just, it is what it is. But let's talk about, but yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just, that's it. So let's talk, oh shit, J-Dub, your kids dressed like Messi?
Yeah,
trying to get that big contract, trying to make that money. Let's talk about the GOTY. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Spider-Man. 91 on Metacritic. Is it still? It's still 91 on Metacritic. It's probably gonna stay there. I think
it's done. Yeah, it's done. They got all the reviews in. That's it. It's a wrap.
Me and my son cannot wait for that game. It's not even funny. Damn.
Puerto Rock over 125
in one day.
Yep.
One day.
What's that again? 125 what?
125 reviews.
Yeah, they gave
in one day.
In one day. They gave it like 4 days. They gave it like 3 weeks early.
Yeah, they gave enough time where everybody can have their reviews.
People platinumed it. People, yeah,
waiting.
Yeah, people had time to platinum. People had time to platinum the game. That's how much time they gave them.
Yep.
That's confidence. That's confidence in your product, man.
That's why I always say this. I always say a great game is hater proof. Even if you want to hate on Spider-Man, you fucking can't, because it's a great game. And that's just what it is. Even the Xbox dudes that got the review code was like, shit, we can't hate on this shit. We can't hate on it for the performance. It has all the stuff. It has all the next gen. It has shit that the previous games didn't have. We can't even call it a DLC anymore because it's doing things the previous games didn't have, right?
Listen,
it's like what I'm saying, hater proof. That's quality.
I'm looking. I see Starfield right here.
Mm-hmm.
Got to dust that off. Got to dust that 83 off. Gotta let it go. Hey yo, this shit is crazy, bro. Like yo, I'll be honest. So I admit my guess, my prediction was 87. Only because I didn't think they wouldn't give props because it was another Spider-Man game. Like I honestly felt some people in the industry would just be like, all right, another Spider-Man game. Here we go. Yep. But I did say on AGS that if this game had any chance to be in the 90s, it's probably because the story is off the hook. And everybody agreed, like, yeah, if the story is off the hook, that's what's going to make and break it. And from what I'm hearing, this story is fucking, like, phenomenal, bro.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
You can say it's another Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
But when you count the story and what Insomniac is able to do with the villains, you want to get into that world again. Yes. And granted with the features of what's using the PS5, you want to get back into that field again. You got Kraven the Hunter. You mean to tell me I'm going to be fighting Kraven the Hunter? Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, story alone can draw people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
yes.
And you know, it's funny when you said that a couple shows back when you said all you got to see is a poster in a Best Buy. Bro, yes. They had Spider-Man 2 trailer playing on the OLED.
Oh,
people were drawing that. They were like,
in the middle of the
movie? Like, no, that's
in the middle of the billboards and stuff like that, like moving, like, yo, it's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, like, man. And that's what I said. I said that on Sunday. I'm like, if this thing's gonna be in the 90s, it's probably because it's gonna be about the story. The story is just that off the hook. And apparently, from what people are saying, I see on Twitter, they're like, yo, this story is crazy, bro. Like, I even had dude tell me in DMs, be like, yo, any spoiler, don't even worry about it. They only got the quick shit out the way. Like you have no idea. I was like, oh shit. Like
well, there was
dudes
one reviewer that actually he's already halfway through his second playthrough. That's insane.
Yeah, there's dude that said that this shit's already game of the year, and they didn't even finish the story because of what they played so far. Was like, yo, like you could just stop the game right now, and this shit's already a game of the year contender. I'm like, yo, this is crazy
Stop it right now.
Like you don't even have to play the rest, and you already like, that's it, bro. This shit's the shit, bro. You know, it's not like other games where you have to put in 40 hours to actually enjoy it. Let's see, extreme here. It's extreme here.
I'm here.
Give it the pregnant pause. Give it the pregnant pause, right?
Hey, listen, I didn't even need it. We didn't even need it. That shit came out premature, and it was still garbage.
Listen, the only votes that count is mine. So when I decide to play it, I will say it's good, and then that's it. That's it.
That's it, man. Hey, this is your show, man.
Just don't ask me to hold the Bible. Don't say hold the Bible, Puerto Rock.
Don't touch
say
the Bible at the same time.
I'll be like, no, this is gonna be in the other room. I got J Ro. He just want to shout out as a member. And also Alfonso Carlos a member. I appreciate y'all too for rocking with the channel. We got the Batsoi with the Batsai. He said PlayStation continues to prove they can do all. Ray tracing, VR and 4K, high FPS. While Midget Box can't get a lock 60 for Starfield or Redfall at law. Pewdie Box. Oh shit, that's facts, Bat. That is absolutely facts. Like, yo, this console just... Like, the console is actually delivering even beyond expectation. And these developers, especially Insomniac, oh my God. SNK says, guys, want to hear a joke? Spider-Man on the Xbox Series S. Oh, shit. That shit would look like, that shit would be the phone game. You could run the phone version. You could play Spooderman. That's what they get. They get to play Spooderman.
Come on now. You don't have to be like that. What was his name? Kid Smooth already proved that there's Spider-Man on Xbox.
Oh, the 360?
The Xbox 360 games. Yeah, man, he did it. So there you go.
And I know you ain't see that bad boy showing up on your TV, man. When you play Spider-Man, I know you sent.
Shit! You know what's funny? Like these dudes are really salty. Like, why are they bringing up Arkham from like 2011? Like, what are we doing here? Like, let me show you. Let me look for it. Let me show you. Yeah, I got it. Like these dudes are in pain, bro. Like,
while you look for it, listen. Yeah. Craig was just here and he left at the right time because the thing is, we have a message on Twitter, right, a group chat, and this guy tried to troll me saying that he can feel that Spider-Man will be a 69, and now
remember? Man, he said, I gotta go to work. Me. He's like, I gotta go to work, dog.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Now he ducked real quick. I see. You slick.
I think he was joking. He was
joking because he was making fun of me for saying that Starfield would be garbage without playing it. So he was like, I feel that Spider-Man 2 is going to be a 69 without playing it. And I was like,
And now you're wrong. But
now he left. He left because I've been waiting because I was like, it's cool.
He waited all week. Like, I waited. You took this away from me. Like, no, you should tell him, no, you're not going nowhere. You go nowhere. You're going to get this work. But now look at this. So I do this tweet where it says 1,000 lifeless bland planets versus one well-crafted designed city. Right? So Starfield 83, Marvel Spider-Man 91. And somebody goes, at least have the balls, bro, to compare Spider-Man 2 to a similar game. And they broke out Arkham City on 360. With the 94. Wow. This game, it was released on October 2011. But here's where it gets funny. This is what's funny. Now look at the screen. Watch. I want to see. Look at the screen. Look at this. Who started to compare Starfield to Spider-Man first? Just look at the screen.
The leader, Colt Eastwood. Oh man.
Did he say anything to him then? This was Colt Eastwood put this out in August.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. They don't say shit to him.
Wow.
They don't tell him he's Council Warren. I'm just saying. 19. He got 1,948 votes. 65%. Of those votes said that Starfield was going to score higher. Mm-hmm. The delusion.
Yep.
I'm just saying, bro. Yo, even J-Dub's like, I'm tired, bro. I'm so tired of this. J-Dub's like, J-Dub, you can even hear his voice. He's like, I'm so sick of these dudes, bro. Like, yo, bro, like, just quit gaming, bro. Like, yo, this shit is funny, right? Let me see the bad. Let me do the bad. 19 was it? 68%, 65%? That's 1,266 people, 1,266 people. And they're all Xbox fanboys. All of them. They couldn't keep it real. Oh, come on, bro. Like, stop it. Stop it, bro. But anyway, hey, J-Dub, so we're going to talk about excitement. J-Dub, how's your excitement with Spider-Man? You ready? This Friday?
Oh man, listen. I've been.
Did you tell your whole company, hey, this is a national holiday. Everybody's off.
Listen, I'm on vacation all week. I got a couple of my Spider-Man 2 PS5s just lined up, ready. I'm ready, man. I'm excited. I'm excited, and I watched Digital Foundry review. I didn't watch anybody else's review because I didn't want to see a bunch of spoilers and stuff like that.
Because they do tech and they're not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, can they do the tech thing? They don't really go into details about the other stuff. I want to experience the story, so I don't want to know about the story and stuff like that. But from the tech side, I knew because Porter Rock, you said a couple of months ago that you would be disappointed if they didn't offer all those modes,
and they didn't
in the new game. Whereas in the previous games had all that stuff,
and they didn't.
They got all the modes, the VR, all that stuff.
Listen, you gotta hold their feet to the fire, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna try to claim number one, you gotta hold them to the number one standard. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. They listen. They saw my tweets. Listen, I think Insomniac listens to me, bro. I think they listen to me, bro. They listen to me. Because I mentioned to Insomniac right after Spider-Man, I'm like, yo, you gotta do some X-Men shit here. Next thing you know, Wolverine. I'm like, listen, coincidence?
Here's the problem, Porter Rock, right? We know that they deliver on that front, right? We have all Sony's first parties deliver on a certain front. But the problem is that you have people that are competing against PlayStation that don't do the same thing.
Because they're dog shit.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like,
they're dog shit. J-Dub, say it with me. Just say it with me.
PS5 Pro features in this goddamn game. Like,
say it with me. Say it with me, brother. They are dog shit.
They are dog shit.
That's it, bro. See this controller? I haven't even opened the box yet. This will not be opened until I begin. Yeah. This controller is exclusively for Spider-Man.
Exactly.
It will not be used for any other game. Any other game. This maybe Wolverine. Yeah. This is exclusive Spider-Man.
And this game is a system seller. It's the system seller. It's a showcase game to give you a reason to buy a PS5.
So
go ahead.
No, I'm actually doing something special for my son because I got him the Spider-Man PS5. Ooh. And he doesn't know that. But what I'm going to do is when I'm off Friday. So what I'm going to do?
Man, you just told them, man. He's one of the people that watches the channel.
No, he don't.
Nah, he makes sure you stay away from Puerto Rock.
So what I'm going to
man, do get your way.
I'm going to have him in the car when my daughter gets dropped off. I'm going to say, hey, man, you ready? He's like, ready for what? We're going home to play Spider-Man, and we're going to go straight home. But he doesn't know that.
Shit. Hey, that video playing in the background got me down.
You're going to turn your son into a delinquent.
He's a straight A student, so he
nice.
Cool.
Don't measure delinquent for Spider-Man.
That's it, boy.
A rebel.
Oh yeah, this video, whoever did this video, it's hilarious, bro.
This video is a trip, bro. Spider-Man's just
you see Starfield in the back.
I like this one. He farts a loading screen. Power your dreams.
It shouldn't be Starfield in the back there. It should be Fable. Because I want to see what that thing's going to look like.
Oh my god, that's going to be, I'm telling you, man.
Look at Starfield hiding. That's just funny.
I'm telling you, Starfield's like, yo, boy.
Starfield's already out. I want to see what Fable and Hellblade 2 look like. Those are the ones I want to see.
Yep.
I don't believe Hellblade 2 is a game until I actually see somebody play. I don't.
Man, and then, and I'm a Ninja Theory fan. I hope everything's going okay with that studio, man. I really hope, man.
Puerto Rock, based on the last 3 games, and the downgrades that you've seen recently from Forza and Starfield and all that stuff, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Those games are not gonna be anywhere near as what they've been trying. I'm just saying. We
Yo,
need to go ahead and call it an L now.
J-Dub's like, oh man, this is just not gonna work.
I've never
I
seen
don't know.
it.
He's actually depressed. He's sold all
Yo.
of his Xboxes.
Like,
He's actually
Yes.
going through it. He's
yo,
going through it.
right now, J-Dub's like that dude, that Diesel dude playing basketball against little kids dunking on them. It's like, this is not fun, bro. This is
he's
this
that dude. Be like, get
this
us
is
a
like-
ball back.
like, man, this is like you're just feeling sorry now. Now it's just looking at this brand like, man, this brand is so sad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what's
Give
going
a little
on?
nigga the ball back.
Okay, here we go.
Give us a ball.
Oh, Cal asked a good question. He says, "Do you think Spider-Man 2 will surpass God of War Ragnarok 5.1 million sold in a week?" I think so.
It's a possibility.
I think we're about to see a new record.
Yeah.
The only thing is that
The only
God
thing
of
I hold
War
it back
is on
that is,
PS4.
yeah, that's the advantage God of War had, that it was also on PS4.
Yeah.
So we got to see that. So God of War has an advantage. It was on 2 platforms, but we'll see, man.
I feel like you'll have better sell through. Like after, you know how they say after 3 months it sold 11 million. I feel like Spider-Man could outdo that. After like let's say 3 months, they would be like, okay, actually sold 12, but launch week, that's close.
Yeah. And Miles Morales, but I say this, Miles Morales stood on MPD for like 2 years in the top 20.
Well, that thing would not
Like
leave.
that thing
It
would
went to
not leave,
PlayStation
bro.
Plus, and it still was there.
So
That made no sense to me.
No, I will tell you why. It don't make no sense. I'll tell you why. You see, Miles Morales is half Puerto Rican. You can't invite Puerto Ricans to your house. We don't want to leave. You ever invited Puerto Rican cousins? Like your cousins come and they be like, "Yo, I need a place to stay." You're thinking, "All right, you could be here for 2 weeks." They don't leave. Like you put them on your taxes at this point. Like, yo, Puerto Rican family, when they come to your house, they ain't leaving, bro. They stuck in your house. Like, bro, Miles Morales was on the MPD. Like, nah, bro, I ain't leaving. I'm staying here for a while.
Facts.
Oh shit! If you know what to listen, if your kids ever marry a Puerto Rican woman and then you hear them say, "Oh, the family's gonna stay," tell your son like, "No, don't do it, don't do it," because you're gonna have to add them to your taxes.
But I'm at the point right now. I don't want to see nothing else. I'm just ready to play this thing. I don't want to see no other videos. I'm done.
Nope.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm
done. No, like that. I guess they published a new trailer. I muted Insomniac.
Yeah.
Like, nope.
Listen,
Insomniac, I love you guys, but I will unmute you when I play the game. But
you're done.
you're doing too many trailers, bro. Like, all right, you're good, bro. Cut that nonsense out. I muted them. I'm like, I don't want, because people were retweeting them. I'm like, nah, son, I'm not seeing you. I'm not seeing no more. I'm good.
Yeah.
We'll chat it up.
They had a question in the chat.
Quinn Bart.
About he asked, what do you think about dudes talking about Spider-Man as DLC? You know, the whole thing, and
that's pain, bro. They need Jesus.
Cool.
They need Jesus.
That's
They
cool.
need Jesus. Hell, they call in Starfield Fallout in space.
Exactly.
Yo, hey, listen, J-Dub. This speaks to a bigger question. When it comes to these reviewers, right? A few of them that I watch, and I only watched 2 reviews, but Skill Up is one of the ones that I watched. And he was basically talking to what a lot of people say, and Porter was hinting to this as well, to this whole idea of sequelitis. You know, like this brand new thing isn't going to be
sequelitis.
It's not going to hit the same. Okay, don't make me laugh. Okay, laugh by yourself.
Sequelitis. That's what I call it. When you expect the sequel to be a completely new IP.
Exactly.
Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, a sequel. These dudes, they want the sequel to be a completely new game. No, that's called new IP. That's why new IPs are called new IPs. Sequels
follow talking points that like swinging feels the same, but it's a bit faster. I'm like, what did you expect? Like, what did you want?
Like, oh my God, Spider-Man's in New York.
It's a Spider-Man story.
You want him in Tokyo?
It's not going to push the boundaries. It's not The Last of Us Part 2 where you're going to see like people like go and just like I'm like, yes, it's Spider-Man. We all understand that it's not trying to be the next Naughty Dog story. Like, but people are like, oh no, the story is kind of predictable because I guess there's going to be limits because it's a Marvel property. There's going to be limits on how far they can push it. I'm like, yeah, like, of course. But now we're gonna take away points.
Like, you expect them to fight robot dinosaurs from Horizon Zero Dawn? Like, what? Like, who do you expect them to fight? He's gonna
They just want like a story so dark that it has like a Joel, moment, and I'm like, no, this isn't what you come here for. That wouldn't be a Spider-Man story.
He's a kid. The dude's like, he's about to die, and he still cracks jokes.
Right.
I think
what's wrong with you?
I think the bigger picture is about why do standards for PlayStation games are so high, and the scrutiny that comes from that, the nitpicking, the zooming in on water puddles and the no jump buttons and all the stuff that we consistently hear. Why isn't that leverage going across the board for Nintendo games, for PlayStation games?
Yo, J-Dub, Digital Foundry was like, listen, there's ray tracing on the Windows, and that's great. But did you know that there's ray tracing on the Windows from another Windows perspective, and that's not as good as it could be? Basically, they were like, on certain angles, you can not only see the reflection in your window, but you can see the reflection of another window, and then it starts looking a little bit muddy. And you're like, okay, I actually like that you did that, but just like J-Dub said, why is it only on Sony properties that you do this? Because I never saw the video from Digital Foundry that was like, listen, when you have two cars side by side, yes, you can see the car reflected, but can you see the car reflected in its own reflection of the reflection of the other car?
Exactly.
No, nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody cares about that. Nobody goes that deep. But yeah, with PlayStation titles, it's a scalpel that these people got like a microscope, like the electronic versions, the ones that let you see atoms. They're just like, okay, really, if you really zoom in at every single angle, you will see that woman has a hat over there, and that hat is slightly bluer in the reflection in the water.
Yeah. Who the hell is going to see that?
Yo, shout out to Hard 8. He says, what innovations do people actually want when it comes to Spider-Man 2? So I seen some stuff people want, and to be honest, I didn't even hear, some of the stuff, it's not even new innovation. It's just stuff they seen in other games, but it's like, all right, I got it. But once again, the one thing, and I mentioned this before, I hate when people mention other games for this game. Because then, play the other game or whatever. So, I've seen comments they want, the rain, no rain cycle. I'm like, all right, okay, the game randomly does rain. But, what more are you going to get out of random? Unless there's some type of gameplay, it makes it harder to swing or slippery. I get it, but I don't see that as a big deal, right? And then I see something better web physics. That I didn't even understand. I'm like, better web physics? What?
Yeah.
I don't want people when I heard that, I'm thinking what? I don't know what exactly you want with better web physics. I don't know what.
I get
so
what they want. Nice,
can you explain what exactly is better web physics? Especially you haven't even played this game yet.
Yeah.
I get what they want.
An example that they had, is that I think they said that in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, if you had, let's say, a triangular shape or even like an antenna, and you hook up to that, you can literally use the web to swing all the way around and wrap it in a spiral around it. So that's how much fidelity they want to the web.
Oh, so they want the web to just be. I see.
They want it to be as true to life as possible, a bit like the web in Uncharted and The Last of Us. You know how you had the web physics.
Yeah.
Okay. That were really compelling. They want that level of definition.
But you know what? I get that they want this graphical prowess of dynamic weather, but if they're not able to do it or whatever, and they give me a 3 times as bigger than the last game, I can traverse. I have all these options now to change my actual graphical. I can care less about that. Yeah. I mean, they're giving me something much more. I mean, that's something that's I'm going to overlook. I can care. I mean, I'm now going to go across the bridge and go to another area. No, I'm good. I'm all right with no dynamic weather. Or if they
but the thing is, with dynamic, I don't think they can't. I just don't think that. If they're gonna add dynamic weather, there has to be an aesthetic that makes it worthwhile.
Exactly.
What's because if that's the case, why don't you just do dynamic weather period, where you have all seasons? Because New York, it snows, it just doesn't rain.
Why was that?
You see what I'm saying?
Just like you said, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I get it had dynamic weather, but do we want dynamic weather to say it has dynamic weather? Or is there going to be a purpose behind it? Even if it's an actual visual aesthetic, is this going to make the game look better or something like, you understand what I'm saying? So I
It's
get
a
it,
waste
but
of
I
time.
don't see it as a big deal. I don't see it as like, oh my God, this is going to push the game further ahead. I see dynamic weather, unless there's something tied to it. If it's there, I get it, but if it's not there,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is it? What is it? What is that? How does that affect the gameplay? What is that? What is that doing when I'm fighting
It's
with the
checking the
villain?
box.
What-
It's just
what-
checking the box.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Listen,
It's the
no
most
game,
stupidest
no
thing.
game is going to have everything, and like we've been saying, there needs to be a limit in the scope so that you can actually deliver on what it is.
On
that
what-
you
on what you
want,
do deliver,
the
yeah.
experience exactly. So I think a dynamic weather system like in Horizon Forbidden West would be fantastic. Like it would be great to be
That
able to
makes sense.
see the day-night cycle happening and everything like that. But the thing is, that's not the experience that this game is promising you. And at the end of the day, you have to be like, okay, what are they promising? What are they offering? And basically, what am I going to do about that? Like if having a day-night cycle is crucial for you in an open world game, and that is like that's your break, that's your limit, then so be it. But like we said, if you're going to have a day-night cycle, now you have to think about all of the gameplay ramifications. This is a fully realized city, so that means that the AI has to change. People have to behave differently. There has to be less pedestrians on the streets, and if it starts raining, people need to start pulling out umbrellas, which again is something that has been.
You know
done
what?
before. Like
You know what?
Cyberpunk does it.
Yes.
But it does again require more development time and everything else like that. So yeah, you just have to pick and choose. If it's important for you, I'll never say to you that you shouldn't ask for it. Ask for it. But
yeah, you made a good point, right? Because people saying dynamic weather, and you just brought up a good point. It goes beyond that though, because if they add dynamic and it rains, then yes, New York has to change. You're gonna see people with umbrellas. You're gonna see people with raincoats. You're not gonna have rain and everybody's just still doing the same thing, right?
Exactly.
Cars are you're gonna expect cars to drive and splash. You're gonna expect puddles. You know what I'm saying?
Different
when
physics for the cars.
Yeah, when you do the car
different
chases,
swinging animations.
when you
that takes a lot more development time.
when you do the car chases, the car can't drive the same in rainy weather on the streets of New York versus dry. Like, if it's just water drops without the actual effects of physics, population, and just how things are,
it will break the immersion more.
It will break the immersion, and then people will complain. People will complain, oh, nobody's getting... And I'll say this, shout out to Hardy, right? Hardy's in the chat. He has one pet peeve, and he has this pet peeve going back to the PS3 early YouTube days. He gets pissed when a character goes through a body of water and they come out dry. Completely dry. He's like, what is this bullshit? Yo, it is funny. Like, anytime a game comes, like, he did it on Uncharted. He will dive through, and then you see Uncharted, Nathan Drake come out drenched. He's like, this is what I'm talking about. You see, look at that. Look at the shirt. Look at this. And then we'll point to another game, go, swim, come out, dry. Not even the hair moved. He's like, this is the laziest shit I ever seen. This game is trash. Get out of here with this bullshit. Yo, don't make a game with water and the guy don't get wet. You're going to get trashed by Hardy. Hardy's going to go after you. He says that's like his biggest pet peeve. He needs to see the cloth get wet. Then and it's alluding to what we say. What's the point that you add water then? Yeah. If it does nothing but just be there. It's got to do something more. It's got to make the car slippery,
I see it making more sense in like GT7. But I mean, as far as like this, I mean, I see like, what's the point? That's my thing. So,
and I mean, another thing that we have is like even traversal options. So because you can now cross the water, if you fall on the water, and you need to get out of there, obviously, you can only get so far by swimming. What they do is that periodically they have like a boat come around, and people are like on a jet ski and they are supposed to like be having fun, but really it's just a hidden gameplay option, so you can get yourself out of that water quicker, so you can then latch onto the boat and then you can be driven away and then you can resume your journey as Spider-Man. Well, that wouldn't make sense if people were doing that at midnight, like there's just some random motherfuckers on a jet ski in the water, in the ocean. So it's like it's things like this that you have to be like, okay, they clearly were like, that is going to be really neat to do, but it's beyond the scope of the project. And yes, it is a limitation because every single work of fiction is limited in one way or the other. So it's like, I always say to me that I never liked Harry Potter because why don't they just fly everywhere? And the system of magic that J.K. Rowling established is so undefined that there isn't a built-in logical answer to that. So for me, every time I see them walk, I get pissed off. Every single time. You know how hard it like it's like, hey, why
don't you
did
just
these
teleport?
people knock on
Why
my
are you
way?
walking?
I'm like, why don't you just fly? Like, why don't you literally just fly everywhere?
But you know
And
what?
The thing is, yeah.
So this happens in real life, right? So you ever seen like a school of geese that just walking around?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
in North Carolina, right? There's areas where geese, they traverse whatever. But these, I swear, I wish, you know what? I'm gonna record it because I don't think you guys ain't gonna believe me. You think I'm bullshitting, right? But I swear, on eyes on everything I love, these motherfuckers. So where my house is at, it's a community, right? So there's only one way in, one way out, right? So you got this, long row, whatever. But there's a crosswalk. Well, there's a park area where geese, they metal, whatever. But these motherfuckers, once in a while, they literally get in line, and you got this one motherfucker that goes in the middle of traffic and stops like a crossing guard. Listen, I don't tell lies. My stories are true, and that's why they're funny. But this motherfucker, once in a while, if I drive on the wrong day, you see this motherfucker stops in front of me, so now the whole traffic is stopped, and I have to wait until this school of geese just walks by to the other side. And I'm like, bitches, why aren't you flying, bro? Like, are you crazy? you stopping all, and then once the whole school goes by, then the motherfucker leaves. He literally stops traffic. I swear to you, I wish this was a lie, but yo, that shit was frustrating, bro. Because they took like 10 goddamn minutes. You would be there, and everybody's used to it. That's why, like, nobody's honking, because everybody's used to it. Everybody knows. Everybody that lives in the community,
What do you call
you
that?
can't do nothing. You can't touch them. You're not allowed to touch them. You can't. You'll get in trouble. All you can do is just shut. And the motherfucker looks at you like, what? And you just stand there. And I'm like, man, you can't even honk the horn because you'll get in trouble. They're like, bro. And I'm like, hurry the fuck up and fly, bro. Like, y'all really walking? Annoying. So, like, that shit even happens in real life. I swear to God, bro. Next time I go back to North Carolina and that happens, I'm going to record it. And it's the most funniest shit you will ever see. Let me tell catch.
Get that off your chest.
Let me catch. Yeah, that you could tell that shit fucking stressed me out, and I haven't gone through that in a minute. I got Quinn Bart. Quinn Bart says MS problem is they develop for the PC and then port to Xbox. That's why PC version is good and Xbox is stuck at 30 FPS. You know what? I wonder, is Xbox development is Xbox games pretty much ports of PC games at this point from a first party perspective? Not third party, because we know third party tend to do that. Some third parties, they build the PC, especially if it's multiplayer, they build the PC version and make console whatever, some whatever. They have their little tricks. But what if Microsoft does that now? Why did Microsoft's like, you know what? PC and we port it to Xbox? Because it's not really taking advantage of everything Xbox has to offer. What if they actually? Then why do
they come out garbage on PC? That would be my only. Concern.
Well, at least it's 60 frames.
Is it? Is Starfield 60 frames on PC?
I think so. No. If you have 4090,
powerful enough. Yeah.
If you have a dual two 4090s, overclocked, and mods, they get it now. But I guess you know what I'm saying. But generally, that's interesting. Good question, Quinn Bart. That'll be messed up if that's what they're doing. That'll be really messed up, but we won't really know. Alpha Ghost SP1. Did Batman leave Arkham? Batcoat holding the line. I know what I'm saying, like only Spider-Man. Spider-Man staying in New York is a problem. Apparently, send the dude to France or something. I guess they want what he did in the movie. Where was that? Like
Far From Home.
Far From Home. They want that.
Yeah.
Send them to England. Send them to Italy. Send them to Rome. Apparently. But that's true, Alpha. And then we
Vatican.
We got young boy Gip. He said Spider-Man 2 traffic has better AI than Forza. So I'm showing the video of Spider-Man remastered in fidelity mode and Spider-Man 2 in fidelity mode, and look at the difference, man. Now the reason why you see the original one is because they had to cut down on density to get those graphics, to get the ray tracing, and to really lock it down on frame rate. But now look at the right. They get to do all that with the ray tracing, better textures.
I got a question for you guys. What mode are you guys going to be playing on?
Oh, you know. No. I am doing 4K unlocked quality. Because I can do it day one, boy.
Because I got and I got a VR TV too, capable of display. Yeah, I'm rolling that way.
Quality unlocked, Dunny.
I might go for the 40 frames per second middle mode, like the balance mode. But it just depends. It just depends on what I feel. Because the thing is, in certain games, like in Horizon, after they gave enough patches, there really is no difference, like almost none at all, between the performance mode and the actual fidelity mode. Like the performance mode got so good that you have to be nitpicking every single time.
Yeah, you got a 2.1 TV, right? 2.1 VR. Yeah. Do the fidelity. Do the fidelity unlocked. VR. You're not gonna notice, bro. Yeah. You're not gonna notice.
The thing is, those extra frames, like being able to push to 70 frames, 80 frames, that's nice. It's nice. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's
Ooh, I'm telling you, boy. Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. So, hey, Jay, the Sony, Insomniac heard. They're like, yo, we can't piss off P-Rock. We gotta give him these modes. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go ham on the timeline. All right, let's go on to the next topic, right? So, I could have sworn, right? Hold on. Let me talk to the audience. Audience, first off, we got over 500 viewers and 195 likes. Come on, hook a brother up. Give me some boo, right? You know what I'm saying? One, I got more people who voted than people hit the like button. Yo, this is crazy. This is insane. This is insane.
Hey, P-Rock, here's how you
594 votes and 196 likes.
Guys, listen. Guys, listen. Hey, listen, everybody chat.
Shout out.
If you make it 250 likes, we'll give you another poll. We know you guys love that shit. It's like crack cocaine to you.
That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to tease these dudes with polls to get likes.
Yeah, exactly.
And the votes is still going.
We don't even know what it'll be yet.
And the votes is still going up. The votes are still going up.
250. Come on, 250. You get a poll. Listen. You guys know you want it. You know you want a poll.
Yo, not the chat's messing with me. Now it's at 601 votes. Listen, I need team likes to beat out team votes. What's going on here? Team likes is losing bad. Y'all looking like the New York Yankees.
Want a new poll, man. You're 238, 12 away from a poll, guys. We're going to create a poll just for you.
Y'all looking like the New York Giants team likes. We hurting, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right, but anyway, but shout out to the chat.
Dog shit, first option. Xbox is dog shit, second option. Xbox is trash, third option.
Man, shout out to the chat. Shout out to. But anyway, but hey, to the viewers, I appreciate you just for being here. That's enough for me. Thank you so much. All right, but here's let me set the stage. Right, J-Dub, I'm gonna talk to you.
Yeah,
because I know you in this council were with me. We've been in the trenches, right?
Yep.
We've been launching fires. We've been taking fires.
Thanks.
With General Post up leading the assault, I could have sworn he said that when Microsoft buys ABK, it's going to bring competition. Let Microsoft compete. Sony likes competition. It's going to be good for consumers. Am I wrong, or did they not say that?
Nah, you right.
They said that was best for consumers, right?
Yep.
That competition will prevent Sony from price gouging its consumers, because now you have now the beast. The beast is unleashed. Be the behemoth that you are, right?
Yep.
So help me out with this, man, because I need your help. Why the hell did Microsoft all of a sudden raise all the game prices on Steam? All ABK games. All of them. All these old games. Prototype 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, 2011. Call of Duty Ghosts, up to triple the price. Triple.
Prototype 2.
Triple. Prototype 2 tripled.
Because
the cost.
Let me
on Steam.
Let me explain this.
Can hold on. Like I'm hurting here. Like, I feel sorry for PC Master Race. These dudes don't play that shit. Like, they didn't do nothing wrong. PlayStation console's not that cow. Why are you going at them for? Why is Steam gamers going through the misery? Why is ABK games tripled in price? Holla at me. Let me know, man. Help me out. Make sense of this, because we down bad. We down bad.
We know why they doing it.
Why?
Microsoft always try to play the good guy narrative, and they're in it for gaming, and they're in it, and they want everybody to play any and everywhere. And then as soon as you get these motherfuckers some shit, they go and they do what the big $1 trillion corporations do, right? They don't become a fucking $1 trillion corporation by being nice to people. They're gonna lie to you, say sweet nothings in your ear, get you to like them, and then they're gonna go for the okie doke. Here's the thing. We saw that came out of the leaks. We saw the Phil Spencer leaks and all the charts and everything they have. They have a quota. They got to hit 50 million Game Pass subscribers by 2027, or else Satya's pulling the plug on the Xbox. They got to hit 100 million Game Pass subscribers by 2030, or else Satya's pulling the plug. This is another way for them to jack up the price to make people say, I don't want to pay that amount of money for these games. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to Game Pass to get to play them all, because Microsoft's about to dump all these old ass games in Game Pass. We knew the play. We knew this.
Could it also be saying, hey, we're not paying the $69 billion.
Yep.
You paying. They passing the buck on to Steam gamers. They say you guys are paying the $69 billion.
Yep. And to be fair, it's not just Steam gamers, because Phil Spencer has already come out and say that they're about to raise the price for Game Pass again, right? So there's going to be a price increase for Game Pass. This shit is not finna stay at no $10, no $15.
And these guys worried about a $30 stand for the PS5?
Exactly.
That's their focus? Y'all really focus on the stand?
Yep. And the sad part about it, Porter Rock, if you have subscribed to Game Pass and you've been playing these games, if you decide to not renew your Game Pass subscription, you can no longer play those games, and all your saved files and everything that you have there, all that stuff is useless. So they get you in there. It's the okie doke. They hit the boys with the okie doke. They lied to them, told them this is good for the gamers. They're in it for everything. Play where you want, when you want. And they're going to make sure you fucking play right there in their ecosystem. And not only that, they're going to raise the price on your ass anytime they feel like it, because you're stuck in their ecosystem. These dudes have they've thought this plan out. They're going to try their best to get that $50 million. They're going to force it. It's by force. They're going to force you. You have no choice.
Yo, that's what it says. Let's be honest. This is inflating the value of Game Pass. This is basically saying, like, hey, listen, you want this price that is $6,000 RRP, but then they never sold at the retail price. Like that's basically what they're doing here. They're going to be able to say, when they move 10 of these games in at a time over this, the few months, they're going to say, oh, here's like $3,000 in value because we've raised the prices. So yeah, it's like, yeah, sure. 10 months ago, it used to be only like $500 in value, but we bumped the prices back up. So now you will have to pay this in order to, make Game Pass look attractive. And they're going to go with it. The bots are going to be like, yeah, look, I will have to pay $3,000, but now I don't because it's all included in Game Pass. It's all.
They're taking games that cost like $5 and they're selling them for 40. And now the bots will be like,
back up to 40 in order to inflate the value. That's
and now Game Pass is going to be even more valuable because they don't want to pay $40 for a 5-year-old game.
There you go. Hey, listen. Hey, P-Rock, I'm the representative of the people. We promised them a poll, and I have a poll idea. Okay. I have a poll idea.
All right. So what's the new poll idea? Let me end this one.
Here's a poll. There is a rumor, since we're talking a lot of rumors and speculation, that GTA 6 may cost up to $150 for the base price. Okay, not the special edition, just the base version, because it's gonna be so big, so involved, that you're going to charge $150. So here's the poll. Would you pay $100 game, even if it is GTA 6?
I'll put,
let's make it GTA 6.
I say yeah.
Would you buy GTA 6 for $100? That's the poll.
I would.
Would
Just
you
a
buy
simple
GTA
yes or no
6
question?
For...
Yes.
Yeah.
I still haven't played GTA 5, so I'll have to go back and
if it comes out looking smacking, I gotta have it. Day one.
Yeah,
right.
And if it's not
so
this is why I keep telling people.
Listen, I got the poll. Hold up, I got the poll ready. Would you buy GTA 6 for $150? And I put in parentheses base price. So that way it's not the super virtual statue. But what I need is 300 likes.
Oh shit, he's holding a poll hostage. All right, guys. Hey, I said I'd get you a poll. I didn't say I'd get him to publish it. I did my part.
I got the poll ready. Hit that like button. I got the poll ready. Start poll. I promise. I just gotta hit it. Come on, let's get them likes. Let's get the like, because I know you guys are poll whores. You love these polls.
Get on this poll. Get
I'm
on this
kind of
poll.
with J-Dub because it's like, you think about it, you're looking at the attributes of GTA 6. It's made by Rockstar. They know how to make open world games. It's GTA 6. They ain't gonna slouch on it. Yeah, it's a strong possibility I would pay that much.
Okay. Hit the like button. We're almost there. 35 more to go. Just 35.
Yo, there's enough of you in the chat. You know you want this poll.
You know you love this poll. You know you want this. Man, hold up. Pause.
You want to swing on this poll.
Pause.
Come on.
Pause on the poll, though. Pause. You want this survey. You want this survey.
You want this questionnaire.
You're gonna get this questionnaire. You're gonna get this questionnaire. Like, whoa, slide on that. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. I know you guys are trying. So he says, "Sun City." Like, what's going on here? We're doing too much. All right. So I'm gonna release the poll. I love you guys. I appreciate that. So here you go. Boom.
Hey, listen, man.
There you go.
Extorted an extra 27 likes out of them.
I
That's
did.
genius.
Yeah, that's it. I
You tried to look like a
extorted.
good guy in the end, but you extorted 27 extra.
I know, right? I pulled up Microsoft. He's like, listen, I got you. You were right. You said extreme. I got him to make it, but I didn't say anything about publishing. You should have read the fine print. But there you go. Vote on it. Hey, so the poll is: would you buy GTA 6 for $150 base price, not special edition, not packs or
Holy shit! Watch these votes go.
Like,
Holy
you know
shit.
what I'm saying? Like
How
none
you
of
so
that.
quick to hit the poll? How come you get so quick to hit the poll?
They want to.
You
They
guys
want
are
to
poll
vote.
lovers, man.
They
You guys
want
are poll
to.
lovers.
They want to vote. They want to vote their concerns. Again, no map packs, no annual things included. Just base. Just the
No
basic
season
game.
pass.
No season.
no
Yeah. No
shot
season
cards,
pass.
nothing.
Nothing.
Ooh,
Just.
and you're adding an extra $50 on that? Oh,
Yep.
You can stack it something. Damn.
No. You get the courtesy of playing GTA 6.
You got to give me a mood ring or something.
Nah. You say, can I get a map like the old school ones, man? At least give me a map.
You will get online included though. That
Okay.
is one thing. You get
Okay.
online. You get online.
Okay.
The whole package. You get a full package.
Yeah. You get the online portion. You still got to pay Sony to play it though.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I would go up to 150. I would probably go as far as 100.
Hey, if you can go 100, I'm sorry, but you're going 150. Like you're capping.
Like at that point, what you go for the moon.
I'm sorry, man. If we're paying it in for a pound, if you can go 100, you can go 150.
That's like people that want to moderate the high end BMW Mercedes.
Exactly.
I'll pay 85,000, but 100,000 is too much. Like, bro, stop it, bro. Like
Stop.
at that point, like 85 is your limit. Like, cut it out.
Like, come on. It's like that's an extra $50 per week you're paying your repayments. You're paying.
You're trying to look for a deal at 85,000. Like what? What you want a rebate or something? $500 cash back.
Listen, every single one of you that is like, no, but I would pay for 100. What are you gonna do? You just wait for an extra paycheck. Like you're paying 150. Like shut up, shut up.
That's one more.
Shut up.
That's 40
You're
more.
paying.
That's 40 more hours of work that you gotta do. You'll be all
Exactly.
right.
You'll be done. You'll be done. There is no way you could pay one. If you're like, I wouldn't even pay 100. I understand you wouldn't pay 150. But if you're like, I will pay 100, but I wouldn't pay 150, I'm calling you out. Like that is a lie. You're lying.
Like, all right. So far we got 122 votes and 56%, but I'm impressed with the 44%. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful.
This is why I'm telling you that this
That's pretty powerful.
$70 is too expensive for games.
Like if it was, if it was like 10%, then like that would be normal. But 44% or 43, in the 40s, that's pretty impressive for that game.
But Rock, it's GTA 6. I mean, it's
it is.
That's not no other game. That's not some game in the back burner. That's GTA 6.
That's still.
Hey, listen, if you guys get us to 350 likes, I've got another poll for you, and you'll like this one. Jeez.
Oh shit!
Come on, guys, get some lights out there.
Oh
He's like,
man.
oh man. But I said we'll let this let this poll let this poll simmer for a little bit.
Yeah, let's
get one more topic, I guess, because I hit the topics I wanted. Okay, we'll talk about P. Hines' retirement. So does that mean anything? Because I could have sworn they said when people retire, they got fired.
Yeah, he was pushed out. Yeah, obviously.
He was pushed out. Was he pushed out?
Yes.
Was he pushed out? Was he pushed out because he's like, yo, I don't like the fact that Bethesda's games are exclusive, but Call of Duty games still can be played by PlayStation? Is that what happened? I'm just making shit up.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with that. Let me tell you.
You like how I make shit up, right?
I'm gonna go full conspiracy theories. Okay, listen. All right. His contract was signed 24 years ago. Okay, that's when he signed on, and he probably signed on for a measly fee. Okay, that was like, hey, listen, every time we release a game, we ship a game, we blow up on a game, you get this massive bonus. Okay, he was probably one of those people that was only making $50,000 a year, but then every single time that he sells 1 million copies, this guy's getting like an extra 250 on top of that. Now Microsoft comes in. And they're like, yeah. We don't need to update contracts. We don't need to update anything. You guys just slide in. You're with us now. We're cool. We're just rolling. Just come in the back. And now they're saying to him, oh yeah, we're not shipping on PlayStation. And he's like, wait, what? And then they're like, oh yeah, we're going Game Pass day and date. And he's
so he gets like, no bonuses.
So I went from selling 11 million copies in like 2 days to now I get to have 6 million players. Like
and no bonus.
My contract is. Like he
Sales.
was finding himself in the same people as the movie actors when they were like, wait, you can't just when they were mad at Disney for putting things day and date on the subscription service. Where they were
Scarlett Johansson with Black Widow.
Exactly.
She had because her bonuses was dependent on sales.
Scarlett Johansson, So he was like, wait, hold on.
I like it.
So all I'm making this year is the 50,000. Like, bro, I'm out.
I like it.
That's what happened.
I'm co-signing. I like it. I like the theory. I'm co-signing it. Yup, that's what happened.
There you go.
Peter Hines got screwed over his bonuses because his bonuses is based on sales, but between Game Pass and taking away PlayStation, he ain't making nothing. He's like, I'm done. I'm retiring.
You see the way he panicked in that email when he was like, wait, what the fuck?
He's like, what? No, and then it was redacted. Let me tell you the redacted parts. He was like, hold on. You took it away from the console that actually buys games for this piece of shit? For this piece of shit? Like, no.
And remember, they were projected to sell 10 million copies. That's a lot of money. That's $700 million that he was going to get a cut of.
And now he can't.
Now he can't. Why would you stay? Why would you stay?
Because of Game Pass.
Hey, listen, even if he got 1% of that money in bonus, that would be $7 million this guy was projected to make. All right?
Damn, but you know what's gonna be good. But you know what's funny though? In all seriousness, right? Peter Hines was in charge of something Microsoft really, really needs, right? And of course they got developers and IPs, but they have to fix their publishing because Microsoft as a publisher is garbage. They freaking suck. And Peter Hines, who does a good job of publishing for Bethesda, that he can even take broken games or games with bugs, Bethesda, and he still, by the moves he makes and his capability as head of publishing, still makes Bethesda look great. And he's gone. Like, yo, that's one of the biggest, and J-Dub, I always said that. One of the biggest issues Microsoft has is they are just garbage as a publisher. They're just garbage. They just suck. Their publishing sucks. Across the map, booty is garbage. Whoever's their publishing, bro, that dude or chick is garbage. They, them, him, her, no, your pronoun is garbage. That's your pronoun. Your pronoun's garbage because you suck at this. And Peter Hines, if anything, Peter Hines should have been promoted and be in charge of Xbox publishing, period. Not just retire.
Here's the thing, Puerto Rock. Microsoft let the good people get away, and they, for whatever fucking reason, they retain all the people who are making fucking Xbox bad. People who don't know what a good game is. These people literally don't know. If you look at the marketing deals that they do, the deals that they sign up for third-party publishers and stuff, they get games that nobody care about. That they don't push the needle for Xbox. These guys literally don't know what a good game is. They need, just like David Jaffe said, and I agree with him. Microsoft needs to go and poach people from Nintendo and from Sony. The managers, you need people who can manage this shit, and people who know what a fucking great game is and how to push the brand. They have none of that within that $1 trillion fucking corporation when it comes to Xbox gaming. And it is what it is.
It sounds to me that they go for a particular type of art style. If you look at their type of games, I'm like, does this stuff feel like? It's like Sea of Thieves, The Gunk, Bleeding Edge, High on Life.
Because the goddamn consoles suck.
Yep.
Their consoles is dog shit.
Grounded. I'm like, why are you going for this type of particular schoolhouse rock type of game? I don't know. I know
what you mean. Even Avowed change.
Yes, that looks
Avowed. Yeah, disavowed. Avowed had that real life aesthetic, and we're like, oh, cool. Then when they re-showed it, I'm like, yo, like, I mean, the game might be still good, but like, what the fuck happened? Why does it look like Sea of Thieves?
What happened there was crazy.
It looked like Sea of Thieves. It looked like Sea of Thieves expansion pack. I'm like, what the fuck did they do?
Yo, when Avowed was first released, it looked like if Game of Thrones had a good game. It was like medieval with magic. You're just like, yo, this is looking fire.
Nice graphics.
You can just imagine.
Realistic graphics, Then they went Sea of Thieves engine. They're using the Sea of Thieves engine. I'm like, what just happened here?
I don't care what nobody said. Nobody was expecting that direction with the art style. We were like, wait, what?
Fred Vance made a good point.
It wasn't even good. That's the thing. It wasn't even good at being that new art style. Like, it was shit.
Yeah.
It looked horrible.
I'm like, this is gonna be interesting. Fred Vance does have a good point. He said Xbox has a 1-year non-compete clause when a top studio head leaves, so it could be 1 year. He may come back to the industry. That's what this dude did. Everybody thought he just retired. I'll pull it up right now, and he actually just left Xbox. He just had a non-compete clause, so he couldn't work in the industry for a year. Now that his non-compete clause is over, he's back. Yo, that's crazy. You hate Xbox. You think Xbox is bad to the point where you rather just not work for a year than to stay with them. So right here. Yep. So this was the original Resident Evil veteran and Tango Gameworks founder. So he founded one of the development studios for Bethesda. Shinji Mikami has teased plans to return to work after the expiration of his non-compete clause. Now, if you remember, he said he left last year, and everybody's like, oh, he's retiring, he's done, stuff like that. No. Shinji Mikami is leaving, he left because he didn't want to be there no more.
Yep.
He wasn't retiring. He just didn't want to be there, and that should tell you something. Like, you have a company that now has a bigger purse. Why would you leave?
No, I'm telling you, nobody wants to fucking... These dudes have spent their lives making great games. Now, a company that they work for was purchased by a bigger company who wants the main focus to be about a fucking subscription service. That sucks for them because none of their games are going to get accolades. None of them are going to be performance-based. None of them are going to be anything. So now these guys are like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna go somewhere else. And that goes back to what I was saying. Microsoft is bleeding talent.
Mm-hmm. Shit. All right, bro. So we hit up all the topics. So right now I'm gonna close the poll. 189 votes. It feels good to have more likes than votes for the first time. So I'm gonna just end it right now so I can feel good. It's over. That's it. Done. That's it. I feel good. I feel good. That's it. That's it. Done. Shut it down. I feel good. I feel good now. Shout out to you guys. I knew you guys like me. So would you buy GTA 6 for $150 base price after 189 votes? 63% said no. 36% said yes. Okay.
And that's all they need.
Okay, that's it. You know what's the funny? That's just a poll. When it really happens, they're buying it.
Oh yeah, you know how people are.
We all shit talking. We're
gonna boycott this game.
We're gonna buy that shit. All right. Anyway, we're gonna do our outros. We're gonna go top of the line. My boy Jimmy.
All right, man. Shout out to you fellas as always, man. Love you, brothers. Shout out to the chat. Love y'all as well. Thank y'all for having me on as well, man. I'll try to roll through a couple more times as well, man. But I really appreciate you guys. I love listening to y'all, man. And God bless y'all all, man. Seriously.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
man,
You're no longer a guest. You just walk in and grab a beer. You're like, I'm not getting you shit from the fridge. Just go in and grab a beer. In fact, you need to bring me one because I'm already on the couch with the fella. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, go grab me one too. You know what I'm saying?
And I heard your drink is Hennessy, so I got you.
Ooh, you know that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, but boy, Extreme.
I drink tea.
Oh, you drink tea. Give him his tea and crumpets. Don't forget the honey.
Oh man, thank you. You know me.
I know it. Oh yeah, I know it. That's how y'all roll over there. All right, shout out, man. What's going on, Extreme?
Hey, listen, guys. Apparently, it turns out that you can tell if a game is gonna be garbage or fire from watching the trailer. Who knew? Who knew that you could use your eyes to correctly assess the state of a game because you have gamer sense? I don't know. But anyways, you can find me on X, right? That's where we are now. They named it after me. So there you go. So Twitter was just never sounding as good as Extreme. So you can find me there. You can find me there. And yeah, you guys have fun. You got a good game coming out.
Ooh, Friday. And what? More games needs to release Friday. I'm gonna be honest. Remember, it used to be like Tuesdays. I used to hate that.
Yep. Tuesday was that.
Like Tuesday's a terrible day, man. Like it was just terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Tuesdays.
Fridays is perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's just perfect, man. They need to keep it Fridays, man. All right. Hey, the antagonizer in chief.
Yes, sir.
Killing it out there. You understand what I'm saying? You producing like 30% of X's revenue on Twitter. Your tweets.
Facts, big
like,
facts.
yo,
Man,
you been quitting. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? Listen, y'all know where to find me, man. Find me kicking up dust, causing shit on Twitter. You can go to YouTube, find me at JDub for you. You know what I'm saying? I do videos here and there.
Facts.
I did a Twitter space today, just just trying to touch, see what everybody feeling with this whole Blizzard Activision acquisition versus the whole Spider-Man 2 releasing and stuff like that. And had a great time.
How much salt was in that? How many people were in pain?
A lot. A lot was, but it still stands.
All right.
How do you spend $70 billion and the very next day Sony just throw out a fucking GOTY and take all the attention away from your hard-earned 2-year-long fucking acquisition? And so,
J-Dub, you know what's more embarrassing? The whole cloud streaming stuff. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but the fact that Sony's cloud streaming is looking to be actually good.
It's way better. Yeah. It's
way better. That is not fair. That was like the thing, man. That was like the last bastion. Yeah. That was
the future. That was their future. Remember?
I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, I feel like Jim Ryan is just cruel. Like, why would you hit them in the cloud streaming?
That's why he's retiring, man. Like, when you have no more competition, you don't.
He was kicked out for just abusing. He's just torturing them now. This is against the Geneva Convention. This is incredible.
I don't really care much for cloud gaming, but I'm like, once I saw Xbox concubines were like, oh, you don't really need 4K cloud gaming. That's unnecessary. I was like, oh, here we go. I'm not even gonna. You know what? I don't have the bandwidth for that. I don't have the 18,000 MTS. I don't have the MTS for that. I don't. Like, you actually don't want better fidelity cloud gaming. Like, I'm done. I'm like, I'm not even gonna begin for that. That's just woo. Yeah. Woo, they actually say that 4K cloud gaming is not necessary. I'm like, oh, okay, because Microsoft can't do it. You know what? I'm done. Anyway, to my friends, my family, my fellow gamers that came out here, rocking out live, we all truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for rocking out. We got up to over 500. We got votes, we got polls, we got all this stuff. Everybody's all up in here.
You're gonna get more polls for now.
You're gonna get more polls. Now we know what you like. You want them polls? We got them polls. We're gonna give you the chocolate thunder, the polls. You're gonna get all that on this show.
Well,
but anyway,
you had to ruin it.
Anyway, Puerto77, your only friend these YouTube streets. I'm glad you enjoyed the podcast. I hope to see you guys next week. Stand by for another PlayStation Method video this week, because I know you guys liked it. I saw the DMs. I got it. You guys said that you missed it. I apologize that I had that long gap. I will make it more consistent. The PlayStation method videos will be more consistent, all right? As long as Sony gives me something. I can't be talking about bullshit, make shit up. There's only so much I can do. But, I'll keep it as much current and keep it flowing as much as possible. Just all I need you guys to do is just show up, enjoy the content, hit the like button. Preferably hit the like button more than the vote. But, hey, if the votes is what you really come for, then it is what it is. Who am I to judge, right?
Give you what you want.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you what you want. X is going to give it to you. All right, you guys take care. Peace.